We've been getting through it. We missed you, but we've been getting through it. It's been all right.
I hate it.
Aw.
Okay.
I hate hosting.
Are you glad I'm here?
Yes.
You're glad I'm
Even though
back?
I'm still hosting one of these. I liked Caleb's episode better than mine.
Oh.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, a bi-weekly podcast delivering an episode-by-episode breakdown of the Beast Wars series. But not today. Today you get the Dick.
The Dick?
The Dick. This is your host, Caleb, Scotty Appleton Carter, Ryan Nick Peretti Jet, and back from his stint at Betty Ford for an addiction to Spark is Aaron Pookie Thweet, the Cash Money Brothers reunited.
Good stuff. I'm Ryan.
I don't understand these nicknames,
You'll get there.
but I'm Aaron.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yep, he's back. And boy, are his arms tired. So, today we're covering episode... This is APDC episode 251.
252.
Really?
Yes! My legacy continues.
Shit. All right. Now the student becomes the master. This is an episode of... This is a season 2, episode 11 of the G.I. Joe DIC, D-I-C animated series, The Greatest Evil Part 1.
Yeah, we had a scheduling snafu with guests on our next two Beast Wars episodes, Coming of the Fusers 1 and 2. And I don't want to spoil who the guests are, but it rhymes with Blue Blikes, Blue Blurious. So anyway, we had to push that back.
Was it a snafu or just sort of a failure to communicate on?
It wasn't a failure to communicate. They were just busy. They were doing another. They had another the two of them had a guest scheduled that they couldn't reschedule, and so we just couldn't make it happen. So we'll make it happen in August. And so I had to push that back, and I've slotted our new slotted in our next Joepisode, which is actually a two-parter.
Nice.
This upside down world.
Hey, I should say up top,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I mean, I have the floor.
Yeah.
I'm just itching to talk.
Yeah, well, you've been gone. We're glad to have you back.
1,000 years.
What do you have to say?
No, thank you guys. You guys held it down. You guys
course.
held it down. Thanks for doing that.
You haven't listened to the episodes. You don't know if they're any good.
I bet you they are. I bet you
think
they
went
are.
really well.
We got some top-notch talent in this.
I think
in
this was a
room
good
here.
exercise.
And you had some guests to back you up
Yes.
for when you sucked.
Yep.
I feel like I should put out a note because I really kind of just ghosted the world when I got really insanely busy. At least like on Patreon or something. Everything's okay. I was just really busy with work.
I did make
and then
a
a
joke.
vacation and then more intense work and blah blah blah. But there's a little light at the end of the tunnel, and
Yeah.
so I'm here.
I don't think you should make any excuses for what
No.
you did. I think
No
that that's
excuses,
very-
just explanations.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was just-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could understand people might be worried. A couple people reached out just to see what was up, and I
Oh,
thank them for that. But yeah, there's no crazy emergencies,
Just
just
work stuff.
I'm
just
impressed.
wacky life stuff.
I'm impressed that you can just shut that down like that. I have a hard time doing that.
What do you mean?
I have a hard time like saying, okay, I'm not going to answer emails or texts or any of this stuff while I do this and just go all in on a project.
It's not really a conscious decision for me. It's just the stress of whatever I have going forces me. Like everything else just becomes deprioritized by nature of stress. It's actually less healthy than the way you're positioning
okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Including
like-
like my family, my friends, and everything. Like just
Wow.
gets put into a trash can with the lid on it.
It was
until-
about you could expect about a 24-hour at best response through text.
We get it.
yeah.
Well, welcome back. you got through that, and we're glad to have you back.
And so as a little light lead in, Aaron's not hosting this one. Caleb's hosting this one, and I'm doing the next one.
Yeah, as I'm tapering still off of the busy period, you guys agreed to continue hosting. So it's a fun, bizarro world for me.
Fucking crazy.
I'm literally sitting in Caleb's seat.
Yeah,
He's
and I'm
sitting in
Aaron's.
my seat.
And you'll see a shake-up later with the post-show material.
Nice. Okay, I'm excited to whatever that
You're doing
means.
the-
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
But in case anybody cares, let's see here. I went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. Tell us
to an
about
island
Tell us
nation.
about your time away.
With
Yep.
Ed
I almost
Begley Jr.
don't even remember. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. That was honestly the most notable thing from stuff I could talk about on mic, and you guys already talked about it. But yeah, he was a sweet guy. I've since talked about meeting him to people. People don't know who he is, it turns out.
Yeah, those people need to learn.
Learn about the bag.
Yeah.
Begley boy.
He has. I remember the my most specific memory about Ed Begley. I don't even know. It must have been an interview in his house or something. They were showing because he's a big green guy.
Yeah.
And he showed us his exercise bike, which also powers his toaster. It was awesome.
Well, he was flying first class to Antigua.
Maybe he bought some carbon offset.
He probably did. I mean, we talked a little bit. Of course, it was Melody that made the approach with him. She was enraptured because she had seen him over the holidays, and she's a sucker for those Hallmark movies.
Oh yeah, I like him too.
Ugh, but what a waste of time.
Okay.
But that you both
agree.
indulge in.
It'd drive me nuts.
But he was in one of. They had one that had kind of some. I wouldn't say legitimate stars, but bigger stars than I've seen in any Hallmark movie, including him and a guy that played a bit part on Letterkenny.
Okay.
And it was a episode, or the movie was about the Kansas City Chiefs. It was when we were around the holidays. It was still
Really?
Chiefs fever nationwide,
so they latched onto that.
and they
gravy
latched
train?
onto that. And it was about this couple who wore the same, what was it, stocking cap
Oh,
to
God.
every
Jesus.
to every Chiefs game, so it became a token, an item, an idol of that they had to have on them at all times.
Yeah.
Or the Chiefs weren't gonna
Like for
perform
luck.
or whatever.
For luck.
But then at a conference or showcase thing, the hat was stolen.
Oh fuck. Was it held for ransom?
The whole Chiefs nation is gonna be mad at them.
This is a story about people with a mental illness.
And Begley Jr. was the head of that family.
Okay.
But anyway, so Melody was talking to him about that. I told him that we just watched Best in Show literally a week before that, and he is in that as what was he? The hotel. He's like a hotel.
Yeah, he's the hotel manager,
concierge,
or something.
guy at the desk. And
I forgot all about that.
I told him just watched that movie, and he was like, "Oh, that's great. I'm glad people
Remember when
still
you were
watch
in that
them."
movie?
It was
awesome.
That was awesome.
But yeah, Antigua, nice
Nice.
beaches, pretty.
The pictures look
warm,
beautiful.
What else? Gained 6 pounds.
Sweet.
Really?
But I've lost it.
I was about to say you look like you. You shouldn't
Were you-
comment on people's weight. It looks like you. It looks like you're lighter than what I remember you being.
The guy
Is the stress? The stress take care of that?
one of my customers was like, "You look like you've lost weight. You look good, man." He's like the opposite of what he took the
It's-
opposite tack.
So weird when people say that to anybody.
I've learned not to do it.
Every
I've
time
never
in my
done it.
head, I want to say, cancer will do that to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I usually, the stress has
It's
helped.
all throughout me.
The stress has been a little part of it, but I've been eating protein and limiting sugar.
Good.
Oh, I've been working out pretty regularly, except for the last couple weeks, and I feel like there's one other trick: Adderall. I'm on Adderall now. That's helpful.
I actually have been thinking I probably need to get on that as well, like just from researching, and like I'm sure I have ADHD.
I'll tell you what, it's been helpful.
It is. I've taken it before, and yeah, it's great. Like it gets you really high, but like it makes you like the focus is amazing.
Only like the first couple days.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't really felt a buzz off of it
You're
since
back,
then.
Then it's back to. Then it's like
Then you're
little
just
more.
focused. Then it's just you can not be as distracted
Yeah.
by things.
I've also
around
found
you.
this too. Like I've said, that weed kind of does sort of the same thing to me, but also I get really high. So like I was gonna be like, well, maybe I'll borrow some for when we're in TFCon at the table. I'm like, I need to, because I found that like Ritalin, which is what I took for a while, makes me more able to communicate with people.
Are they both amphetamine?
They're both amphetamines.
Oh, one thing to say about Antigua, if you can get your hands on an Antigua pineapple, some people call it a black pineapple,
I've heard about this.
but it's smaller than a regular pineapple, but sweeter, and you can eat the whole. You don't eat the
spines?
external shell, but you can eat the whole thing.
Oh, like the core and everything.
He was telling me about this because I talked to him since then. But apparently, if you have a black pineapple in Antigua, it's like your gateway around the island.
Oh yeah, like if you've got one, and you're on a resort, because you can't really get them on a resort, then people know that you've
you're
explored
cool.
the island a little
He's
bit.
been
I had to
around.
get
He's
it from,
cool.
You had to get it from a Rasta on in
Like just a guy on a beach or.
well, we got it in town.
Oh,
but,
okay.
what else? Let's see.
Devo.
Been on a lot of trips. We saw Devo. You didn't talk about Devo.
Nope. But we did go see Devo.
Anybody
after,
fans of 80s music?
that was so
80s
great.
new wave
So much fun.
punk music?
Good times.
Yeah, Devo was
Devo was
way
good.
better than expected.
Yeah.
And I expected it to be good. We saw Beyonce. So that was my anniversary gift to my wife. We saw Beyonce in Chicago. That was amazing. That was a big production. You just saw a big production, Caleb.
I did.
Tell us
If
about
you
what your
want-
vacation.
Oh, they're throwing the ball to hit me. Okay,
That's
yeah,
right.
cool.
I haven't gone anywhere.
I just got back yesterday from Las Vegas. Went there for a couple of days for the anniversary. Some of you all have seen the pictures. It was a very good time.
That picture of you in the convertible is
That's
very,
really nice.
very fear and loathing coded.
Yeah. Yep. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I thought so.
I haven't seen this. Is this on the Discord?
It's on Instagram.
Got a cabana at the Bellagio. Spent the day at the pool. Went the next day to Hoover Dam, and that was awesome. And then that night came back and saw Lady Gaga in concert.
How was it?
It was really good.
I'm sure.
Quite a
She's
production.
She's a showman.
Yeah, it was a huge production. It was great. I'd never been to a concert like that before, where it's like a whole spectacle.
Whole production, yeah.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Flew home yesterday, landed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, drove immediately to another place and played a show.
Oh, my
an
God.
hour later.
Gross.
That sounds awful.
It wasn't too bad.
I mean, at least the
was
flight
tired.
from Vegas to here is like, what, 3 hours or something?
No, it was 2.5,
Yeah.
maybe.
How much were them Gaga tickets?
They were a lot.
I'm gonna say, what, 4 digits?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
The Beyonce ones were pretty expensive.
No kidding.
And Melody was telling me she thought that Gaga would be way more expensive.
I got tickets for $600.
Yeah, those
Okay.
are more. Mine were like 4.
Oh, well, you tricked me. I thought you were going to say like.
I wasn't trying to one up you.
I thought you were saying mine.
She was right.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it
Oh,
all depends
well,
on where
so
we sat. We
I
didn't
was-
have great. We were in like normal seats. We weren't anywhere close.
I
or
was
anything.
second row from the farthest back that you could possibly
Okay,
go.
yeah.
But I still had a really good view. I had a view of the whole situation. Yeah, I mean, when we were looking at ticket prices, you could get down on the floor for like right up close for like $5,000.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Damn.
But I wasn't doing that.
No.
So we had a really good
That's
time.
a car for me.
Yeah.
Well, even more because I'm like, I've been looking at buying a car and I'm like, yeah, $2,000.
Ryan. Okay.
First of all, you need to get a van.
Yeah.
Every time I pass by the auto auction on the way to and from work, and every time I look in there, I'm like, oh, look at that sweet conversion van. I need to get, or they had a mini fire truck, and I'm like, West, I'm
That
gonna
would
get
be
a
good.
fire
That'd
truck.
be awesome. I hope you get it.
It'll get 6 miles to the gallon.
So to answer your question, I've lost 25 pounds.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
So Ryan, given
amazing.
some of your issues that you've had, it might not be a good thing to be on
Well,
Adderall.
I balance it with weed because the weed makes me hungry.
I see.
That's what I do whenever I'm not
Uppers.
hungry. I take like a half a gummy and it makes me hungry.
Uppers, downers, screamers.
Screamers, laughers, zoomers.
That's great. Well, we've had some fun adventures.
I had a couple things. I was staying. We had a severe storm a couple of weeks ago. And it knocked out power to basically the entire city of Springfield for at least a period of time.
And you West Siders had it. I feel like had the worst of it. Like,
oh yeah, it was one of the worst hit grids. We were out of electricity for almost exactly 48 hours. Which was just bumping up against the only, like, the safe time where your stuff in a full freezer is fine. And so I was starting to get worried. I have 3 freezers, like one in the garage fridge, our main fridge, and a standing deep freeze, that one right over there.
I mean, well, you got to put the bodies
so there's thousands of dollars of bodies in No, but there is like at least like a grand worth of meat split between them.
That's a lot of meat.
And so
you could buy a ticket to Lady Gaga with that.
That's right.
better seats than Caleb.
Well, she did wear that meat dress.
Yes, she sure did.
So I was worried. About halfway through the second day, I was in the office, which was nice because I got to charge everything. I do have a portable battery charger that allowed my phone to stay alive, but I can't believe I didn't think of this, but I remembered my dad said he bought a generator a couple months ago, and it powers his whole house. And his house is much bigger than mine. So I called him, and he brought it over like 5 p.m. that night, and we got all the extension cords run. I got the fridges and freezers juiced up, some lights, the Wi-Fi, feeling good.
Power comes on.
Power comes back on 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
is the generator gas powered?
Yeah, it's a gasoline.
No, you plug it in.
I was gonna say, are they? How efficient is it? Like, is it?
I would say probably. I mean, it'll run like if you have a full tank of gas, it'll run hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
But it can also run on propane. He was gonna get a main propane one, but they're much more expensive. Like the one he got was from Harbor Freight, and it was only like I think he said like $6,000, and it powers everything in his house. Like he plugs it into the house. I couldn't do that because you need a special adapter. So West was like, we need to get my dad a gift for everything he's done for us recently. Aaron, you haven't been privy to the chicken check-ins, but
Yeah. I
have one later.
That's funny. And here in the Banter News, I always say chicken check-in. How you feel? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I guess that's my responsibility today.
So, do you want to talk about the chicken check-in now or later?
No, we can do it now.
Well, chicken check-in. How you feeling? What are you tilling?
Well, it's been
wow, this is a whole thing.
There's a whole thing.
I do have a bit of an update. I hesitate to put it on tape because it may or may not still be true, but I hope it is. So, in answer to a Discord question, West and I have not eaten Mr. Dio yet. He's still in the freezer. But you remember I said one of the new girls we got as day-old chicks turned out to be a cockerel? My favorite chicken, Blanche.
Yes.
She turned. Aaron, for your benefit, we got 4 day-old chicks. One of them turned out to be a rooster. My favorite chicken, because sexing day-old chicks is like 90% accurate at best.
And so wait, one's in your Did one pass away?
Dio was the one that Caleb got out of the cemetery. You know about this, right?
Yeah. I
found
recall
a
some
chicken-
texts about that.
I found a chicken. There's a chicken. This is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Chicken at the cemetery. I called Ryan, and basically he came
took
and
it in.
took it, and
But then it died.
No, it turned out to be a rooster.
turned to a rooster.
So
So
you put him in the freezer?
slaughtered.
Okay.
It was slaughtered.
So basically,
I
what
understand.
happened, long and the short of it, is my dad grew up on a farm, so he has killed. Like he raises chickens. He has like 30, and sometimes they turn out to be roosters, and he kills them and puts them in there. And, they eat it. Well, they don't eat it because Debbie can't handle it. But so he came and got Mr. Dio, which we decided West named him, and took him to his house, killed him, plucked him, dressed him, froze him, brought him back to me. So that's what's in there.
But then you have another rooster, though.
Whenever we found out that
right.
Blanche is a rooster, I had my dad come and pick him up and bring him back home to his house. And like they let him into a pen where they had like 4 younger girls that were about his age. Let him stay in there for a couple of days because my dad can't kill anything until Debbie's like away from the house for the day because she can't take it, which is I understand. But like the last time when he came to pick up the generator a couple of weeks ago, he was like, "Yeah, he's still alive." Whenever we let everybody out, because Dad already has 2 roosters and they do tend to fight sometimes. But he's like, when we let everybody out, he and those 4 hens just stay together and stay like none of the other roosters bother him. And so Debbie's like, maybe we can keep him. And I'm like, that would be great. So as of now, as far as I know, that's what's going on. So as long as it works out, he'll still be alive.
When do they hit puberty?
Around 3 months, you can tell.
Yeah.
They'll start to crow, and they'll get long, droopy feathers. Anyway, that's a chicken.
That's the chicken check-in.
Those rainstorms created an annoying thing for me. Melody had been doing some landscaping around the house. Now she was really into it for about 2 weeks, and then it's fallen off, and we've got a bunch of plants laying around we need to plant. But the places she wanted to plant them, there's all this like landscaping river rock, so I had to like rake and dig and throw it all in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And I dumped it in like the most obscure place I could find in my backyard, which is along where two fences meet. So I was basically dumping it in a corner. One is a wooden privacy fence and the other is a chain link fence. When those rains happened, there was flood in the backyard and it just knocked all like the 3 wheelbarrows full of rocks and just like pushed them all along the back of my yard. And I had to spend hours raking them. And it's not easy to rake up little river rocks.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
Jesus Christ.
So I had to spend hours fixing that. It was delightful.
Well, that helps with the weight loss.
I did count it as my workout for the day. Anytime I work in the yard, whether
Absolutely.
it's mowing or whatever, I count it as my exercise.
Well, I've just got a new segment then. Ryan's got his chicken check-in. We've got now gravel gab.
I'll keep you on the loop. That's
Yeah.
gravel.
I'll put in a sound
You
of
see the bag
gravel.
of rocks,
pouring.
you're like,
I need a rain
Foley.
stick.
We need some Foley. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we've all had interesting things going on in our lives.
That's a word for things going poorly.
Yeah.
Except you. You seem like you doing great. You went to Vegas.
I went to Vegas. It was
I just
good.
worked really hard, but I also had a vacation
Yeah.
and a couple
Our lives-
concerts thrown in the mix.
Our lives are interesting.
May you live in interesting time. I'm so tired of living in interesting
I know,
times.
right?
This
Yeah.
world is.
Yeah. Well, let's shout out the patrons. Turn to segue.
What a
into
perfect
it.
transition.
Yeah. Alpha Magnus, Debbie, Skeeter, Jeff the Pusherman, Mike Seibert of Mike Seibert Radio, Bono, Michael Tremblett, Roop, Jonathan.
Bono.
What is it?
Bono.
Oh. God damn it.
The Edge. The other guys in the band.
Yeah.
Bono, Roop, Jonathan, Robinus Prime, Sofubi Samurai, Chandler, Jay Soups, Matt from Louisville, Nick the Toy Mad Dad Warren, Ken Bockelman,
Bigger.
Maurice, Captain Alexis, James and Julia, Michael Ordway, Tim Dubbs, Jason from Cracktastic Plastic, Thomas, Betty Guns, Triclops, Optimal Alex, Simon, New Daniel, Seven the Chronicler, Argonus Prime, The Unknown Patron, Brian Jones, Autobot 1000, Zarmat, The Anonymous Patron, Bruticus 78, Johnny Utah, Derek, a.k.a. D-Rock, and welcoming new shout-out to our new patron, Shadow Maximus.
That's right.
This is the one we've been alluding to for a while.
Yeah, I kept saying that we were
got
going to
us some
announce it when
feedback.
Aaron got back. So.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm back,
Tell us.
Shadow Maximus,
Tell us about him.
welcome to the fold. I think, oh, by the way, the nickname, AKA D-Rock, is totally my thing, by the way. I don't know why. Whenever I hear the name Derek, I just want to call them D-Rock. My brother-in-law, Derek, I call him D-Rock.
It's like Michael Motorcycle.
Yeah, kind of. Except I don't do that with all Michaels I know. I just did for
him.
Michael Andrews. But Shadow Maximus. So the information provided, they've been into Transformers since a wee lad. They've had a few tapes here and there. The main thing we got out of this conversation is, for the love of God, don't subject yourselves to Energon or Cybertron if
Okay.
we ever want to do the Unicron trilogy. But somebody throwing something out like that makes me want to do it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Because
You're not my boss.
I do have that reaction when people tell me things to do, but in this circumstance, it's more about if it's really bad, that
It
kind
sets
of
a lot of content.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
As a side note, I thought these 2 episodes we're going to watch today were going to be worse than they were, but go ahead.
Oh,
Aaron
well,
did not
can't
like
wait.
them, I can
mean,
tell.
they're not likable,
Okay, cool.
but they do have a Beast Wars thread.
They do.
Anyway, favorite continuity is Beast Wars or IDWG1. Both seem to be acceptable continuities from what I can tell.
We'll allow it.
Favorite character, Cyclonus. I love me some Cyclonus.
Absolutely.
Beast Wars Dinobot, Beast Wars Megatron, G1 Galvatron. These are these are all top
that's-
tier.
That speaks to your heart.
Top tier. Well, another thing he says that speaks to my heart, the hot take that Shadow shared with us. Season 3 is the best G1 season.
Yep.
With the potential exception of Dinobot 2, which I don't know what that means. I don't remember Dinobot 2, unless that's a Beast Wars reference.
This is a Beast Wars reference.
Okay, so
season 3 of Beast Wars, I think, is what he's saying.
He says season 3 is the best G1 season. All right, well, Shadow, you're gonna have to clear that up.
I believe it is Beast Wars because there's most of the Transmetal 2 designs are terrible.
That's what he says. Yeah.
Okay, so
wait, nope. I understand it now with the punctuation. He is talking about the 80s season of the 80s series. Season 3 is the best G1 series, semicolon.
I see,
With the
yes.
exception of Dinobot 2, most of the Transmetal 2 designs are terrible.
Okay.
Two separate things.
Confusing.
Two hot takes.
Yeah.
I agree certainly with the season 3 hot take, and we'll have to find out about our opinions on the designs of the Transmetal 2s. Although I'm pretty sure I've seen them, and I'm pretty sure they do look stupid. I don't like the redesigns we've seen of the Beast Wars characters, and maybe it's just because it's new.
I understand. I don't think I may. Actually, I think I'll put it in whenever we do Coming of the Fusers. But like the Transmetal stuff, there was some stuff on Discord that talks about like the toys in particular, and that people seem to really like, and the reasons why Rat Trap has wheels now. And anyway, we'll discuss that.
It's
in
like
Coming of the
when
Fusers.
my mom's toy poodle lost the ability to use its hind legs as it got older, and I think Caleb built a cart so that it could walk around.
Yeah, we were.
It's like
commissioned to
its
build a
paralyzed
cart.
back haunches was just resting on this cart while its forward legs were.
I don't think
scooting it around.
I don't recall it actually working properly for the dog. I think it was too overbuilt. I think it was overbuilt.
It weighed 50 pounds.
You never should have put those. They were awesome, but you never should have put those spikes in the wheels.
Yeah.
The last hot take is that the 86 movie writers could have saved themselves a ton of grief if they just transformed Optimus into Ultra Magnus, which I think is a good. I mean, that's something we never have talked about. I think it's kind of a unique take.
I'm trying to think it because him dying, Optimus Prime dying, was nobody liked it. I don't know if anybody would like him becoming Ultra Magnus either, because he comes like that's the whole. Well, they brought him back later because people were mad.
I don't think it would have been as compelling.
You put the Matrix inside of him, and Prime's essence was just infused into Ultra Magnus. I just think it kind of helps explain why there's a white Optimus Prime inside the toy's body. It's a way to connect the thread. I'm
lukewarm on that.
They never really brought that up in the cartoon, but
that's kind of what they start doing in Beast Wars. It's very because, like, these were Japanese toys like Ultra Magnus, and like that's kind of what they start doing in Beast Wars is like power ups, like power suits, which are very common in Japanese cartoons. And that's what Beast Wars starts to go into.
That's that Cybertron series you mentioned is all power ups.
Yeah,
like they combine together into power suits, and it's like. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's 5-minute transformation sequences.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I think these are compelling takes.
They should have. It would have been interesting at the very least if they would have incorporated the white Optimus Prime body into the cartoon fiction to some. Like it doesn't have to be Optimus Prime, but you got the Dotson brothers and the Lambo brothers. Like you got plenty of like remolded characters, like all the Seekers and whatnot. So how interesting would that be if Optimus Prime also had doubles?
I had the Ultra Magnus toy. It's not a good toy. It's just a big piece of plastic with a Prime stuck into it, and the arms
its
kind of
arms
move.
do this.
Yeah.
Its legs do this.
His legs don't move, I don't think. No. Yeah. And
also paralyzed below the waist.
Cart.
I used to play with it as the Prime in the Rage Virus episode.
Me too.
Because it gets coated in that protective film.
Yeah. Saved from the spores.
Yes.
Well, anyway, thank you, Shadow Maximus,
Welcome
for joining.
to the fold.
Yeah, sorry it took a little
questions.
bit to acknowledge you here, but we're happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hop in on that Patreon. or that Discord rather.
Okay, well, that being done, Ryan,
Yeah.
it's time for a cocktail.
All right.
What do you got?
Hey, get ready. Brace your cervix.
You said it was weird.
It's in. I don't know yet. I mean,
Right,
it's
but you
a
alluded-
weird idea.
Weird
but we'll see.
idea. All right, well, let's hook this up.
'cause we haven't said yet that Beatty Guns bought us these
Oh,
Joepisodes.
so sorry. Beatty Guns bought us these episodes.
Yeah, this was a commission for this two-parter.
Thanks to Betty Guns
Yeah,
for commissioning this.
these two episodes. Yeah, this is season 2, episode 9 and 10. The
What?
Greatest
There's
Evil.
another one after this.
Greatest Evil 1 and
Oh,
2.
no.
I
So
didn't
he
realize-
also
Yeah.
commissioned this drink.
Okay.
Because I asked him if there was any drink that he wanted to do, which I usually do when people buy an episode. And so this one is something he came up with. I have to go get something out of the freezer.
I didn't realize until I, YouTubed it to watch it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. What is this?
I was not expecting the theme.
But then I don't know. We'll get there. But I've actually, since I've come around to this episode,
You guys are gone soft.
yeah, a little bit.
In my time away.
A little bit. I've watched this one really closely, like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, huh.
You think your
really?
boys have experimented with drugs?
No,
With the Spark?
no.
Have they had a Spark energy drink?
Probably. Harrison loves getting all kinds of crazy ass energy drinks and shit. He likes candy but he's not the type that really goes after drugs. Yeah. He just likes that sugar high.
It looks like when I see him on Instagram, he's living his best life.
He's doing all right, man. He's having a good time.
Got his pals.
Yeah, it's that summer between your junior and senior year of
He's got his
It's that-
Dangerous Nights crew.
He's having sloppy steaks at Giotti's. Ryan, it looks like something's in front of us.
Yeah.
It looks refreshing.
Well, we'll see. So this was a suggestion of, Beatty Guns, the commissioner of both these Joepisodes. He writes, in keeping with the theme of the dangers of drugs, can you make a NO-groni slushy and call it a just say no-groni?
Just say no. Just say no-groni.
It's very funny.
I love it.
So I looked up slushies in general. I have some information about slushies. According to Wikipedia, the first carbonated slushie machine was invented by Omar Kinetic. It's a weird. Can you pronounce that name?
Where is
right
it?
there?
Probably Nedlick.
Nedlick. I love licking Neds.
Yeah, me too.
He was the owner of a Dairy Queen franchise, and this was in the late 1950s. The soda machine at his restaurant experienced constant issues. So sometime in 1958, his machine completely failed, and he decided to store his soda in the freezer where it became slushy when pulled out. And he decided to sell the slush to his customers, and the drink soon became popular.
Genius.
I wonder if that's where Mr. Misty's came from. Does it say that in your research?
I don't think I have anything
As a
about
former Dairy Queen employee, Mr. Misty's, they were popular, but they were basically a slushy.
that. Oh, maybe. I know, like, Dairy Queens a lot of times it was weird because they had different franchises offered a bunch of different things. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Best thing in the world, get a Mr. Misty float or make a shake. Do a
Damn.
Mr. Misty, throw some soft serve in there, blend it
fuck?
up.
Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us about this at the time, bro?
Sorry.
Oh,
He was too busy thinking about his real world.
You had your mud pies that you
I
liked.
did. You did so good. I really.
You did so
Nobody
We don't have
mixed.
to legislate
sorry.
that, but I was the king.
Yeah, you were. It was fucking awesome.
King of the queen.
You were the Dairy King.
So Nedlick decided to pursue making slushies and commissioned Ruth Taylor to create the name and logo of the Icy Company. These early machines used an automotive air conditioning system and worked by combining the freezing flavor mix, water, and carbon dioxide, which is why whenever I tried to back engineer it and make ices at home, when I was a kid, it was always garbage. Did you guys ever explode a can of soda in the freezer? Surely, right?
Yeah.
On purpose?
No. I mean, that sounds like you did do it on
No,
purpose.
we didn't have cans of soda at our house.
Oh.
We had we had 7-Up, but it was in bottles.
Rich.
But I never put we never had any sodas except 7-Up.
That's interesting. And then in 1960, 7-Eleven basically snapped up the process and name, and that's why it's called a slushie. back to this cocktail. For those unfamiliar, a classic Negroni is equal parts gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth, usually 1 ounce each, or 60 mils each. I did take some liberties here, as you'll see, because it's also in... I was just like, I don't know if it's just a straight-up frozen Negroni would be very good. So for this, here's how I decided to make the Just Say No-groni slushy. 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of gin, 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, a half ounce or 15 mils of fresh lime juice, and 3/4 ounce or 22 mils of fresh orange juice. And then you just, what I did is I put this combination in the freezer overnight, and it won't freeze solid because it's booze. And then take it out, put it in the blender, and like add, I don't know, I guess probably like 3/4 of a cup of ice for 1 serving, and then give it a spin and a garnish with an orange wheel. So
I love Negronis. I think Negroni is my current favorite cocktail. So I'm excited for this.
I really waffled on this. I went through about 5 tweaks in my head of what it would be like because, first of all, orange juice is deceptively difficult to use in a cocktail because it does not play well with others a lot of the time. It's kind of sweet and has, like, it can have real off flavors when combined with other stuff. I can't always test these because Campari's expensive, first of all.
Sure. Are we trying it?
Yeah.
So what I did, I took my orange and I pretty much twisted it up and put it in the drink pretty heavy. I just wanted that. I wanted that in there. So let's see what we got.
I'm feeling this. I think it works, Ryan.
Yeah, it's still bitter.
So his request was a slushy.
Yep. It's still bitter like a Negroni. You still get the Campari. Basically, all you get is the Campari and the sweet vermouth. Orange is completely buried.
I'm getting it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's really fucking good.
It's great because it's 95 degrees here, so it's a nice summer drink.
If I could get like this to come through the straw a little better.
I know I'm not getting anything
It's
through the
fine.
straw.
But
Mine's working.
The flavor is great. I'd like to try a cherry in this, sweeten it up a bit. I also like it bitter though.
Yeah, a hit of grenadine might be good, but it doesn't need anything. I'm
Nope,
not providing any
it
real
doesn't.
input
I'm just trying to,
here.
like-
It's good.
I thought about including simple syrup in it, but I think grenadine actually, real grenadine,
That's good.
would work. Yeah.
Or like the
I would say
the juice from like a really nice maraschino cherry,
Like a fancy one.
like a fancy one.
I think. Yeah.
I forgot that Dennis the Menace was a
Oh, yeah.
licensed mascot of the
Yeah.
Dairy
Dairy
Queen.
He was.
So weird.
They've abandoned that since then.
He's been canceled.
Well, he knows what he did.
So also just another note. I know I haven't put pictures up of the drinks and written recipes up on our site or Patreon in a few episodes. I apologize, and I do need to go do that, especially for these bias to drink ones. But it's been a rough 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Our cat Zodiac may or may not have a UTI, and so I'm like, and also I don't know if anybody cares about him.
Man,
You do.
I've got an idea, and I think it would be nice. I want to do.
Oh, the book.
Yeah, I want to cook. I want a cookbook. I want a recipe book of all of the drinks. I want them compiled.
I feel like we should only do the best of the best
Oh, I want
with
to.
honors.
Or the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
I mean, included
We can have
as well.
We can have additions.
I have thought about this since we started doing the booty box of doing like a zine for
Yeah.
like, of our,
I think
our
it'd be awesome.
cocktails.
I think have you taken pictures of every single one?
Except for the last like 3 episodes, I haven't.
So we already
but
have.
We can.
We have pictures and everything. I mean, we could
Because I'm like a sadist, I would want to do like
a reshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could, style it up real proper like.
And then in one of them, there's
Drive yourself insane.
Yeah, but it would be a fun project.
This is why you get stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a proactive perfectionist. Ryan, this is good.
Yeah, I like it
and
too.
thank you to
Thanks,
Beatty
Beatty
Guns,
Guns.
because what an inspired idea.
So how could a listener,
Oh, hey.
get a drink on this jam here?
Great fucking question.
That's right.
If you like to have a drink featured on an episode of our podcast, you can do so by just sending us $5 hairs to @apodcast on PayPal. Tell me in the notes what you would like me to make. I will make that drink on a future episode because I cannot make it on a past one.
Thirsty, money, buy us a drink, buy us a drink.
And there it is.
All right. By the way, speaking of drinking,
Speaking
before we
drinking.
get into the last episode recap, my flight to Las Vegas. I'm weird. I like to sit all the way to the back end of the plane and to the left.
I love that restroom seat.
I do. Back end, back row to the left. I like to have everybody in front of me.
Do you at least take an aisle seat?
No, I like to look out the window.
Okay.
I like getting crammed into the corner,
Yeah.
the very back, and look out the window.
What are you, a Pomeranian?
I just like that.
Okay, cool.
And but it paid off in dividends this time around as we were flying out there. I never experienced this before. This back row on this plane had no window. Like in the usually in the very back row, there's a window.
Sometimes
So there was no window, so I was just like, oh, okay, and I dealt with it. But then this guy, this flight attendant, he goes, hey, we've got some available seats further up. I can move you if you want to move. We'd give you some like free drinks and stuff. And I was like, I'll sit on the wing if you want me to for a free drink. So we moved. He goes, thank you. We wanted to sit here for the flight. Basically, he was moving up so that they could sit there and hang out. So I was like, sure. So
who wanted to sit there?
The flight attendant?
The flight attendant?
The attendants. They'll use that because this plane's weird.
Their seats are not comfortable. They're just little fold-out things.
Right. So he moved us up. He goes, thanks a lot. So I got like for free whatever I wanted, pretty much. I got, and I kind of behaved myself, but I had a beer, and then as we were landing, as we were preparing for landing, he was like, oh, because the other attendant gave me the beer because he had told them give these people free drinks, and then he didn't realize. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get anything? I totally forgot." He goes, "Yeah, I got a beer." He goes, "Well, you want anything else? You want any?" And I go, "Yeah."
You should have asked for Coke.
I said, "Whiskey," and he goes, "Yeah." And he came back, and he gave me two bottles of whiskey, and so I downed those at a period of like 15 minutes. And when I got off the plane, I was
You could have taken it with you.
buzzing pretty good. I was having a good time. So Andy
I don't care if we land or not.
Andy drove us back to the
He's a baby. I love you. Happy anniversary.
Anyway, last episode recap. Beast Wars episode 1 of season 2, Aftermath. The skies were dark. The planet cracked. Primal's gone. Kaboom, in fact. A quantum surge, a fateful blast, gave rise to upgrades built to last. Cheater flies and rat trap rolls, but inside they're still the same a-holes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Got a comment that those toys word on the street is those are actually really good toys.
Yeah, I saw it too. That I think it was on Discord. The Transmetal toys are pretty cool.
So those are transmetals. That's
correct.
That's what we're
That was
engaging with now.
That is correct. Yep.
But why was it only red?
There is some information about that too.
And
so
Megatron.
TFU breaks it
Yes.
down, and we will have to discuss that at some
Talk
point.
about that when we get back to Beast
gave
Wars.
us he laid it all out. It makes really good
I'll
sense.
listen to the episode.
I thought it was just kind of
We haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, I'll be a part of that
On the
episode.
next, on the next Beast Wars, because it was like just a couple of days ago. TFU was responding to our review of Aftermath, and he told us a bunch of really cool shit about the Transmetals.
Yep. More about that later. Let's jump into again season 2, episode 11 of the G.I. Joe Dick animated series, The Greatest Evil, Part 1. This was aired originally October 21st, 1991.
Yeah.
Guys, drugs are bad. Just say no. And that concludes this episode. Ryan, go ahead and next time us. I'm just kidding. Everyone sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Whoa.
That's another. You're gonna figure it out
Aggressive
eventually.
script here.
You're gonna figure it out eventually.
Okay.
You're gonna figure out the Scotty Appleton, the Nick Prairie.
Oh, wait, that's New Jack City.
Yeah.
Scotty Appleton was the Ice-T character or the Judd Nelson character?
I think that was. I'm not sure. I think the Ice-T character. Ice-T.
I guess we won't figure it out soon.
But
I did it now.
but I mean, so this came out in '91.
Yep.
New Jack came out in '91.
Wow.
There's some New
I
Jack.
don't even know if I've ever even seen that movie.
Oh man, you biscuit head.
It's a classic from my late junior high days.
I should watch it.
I know Biscuit Head.
I'd do a minute by minute of that movie.
You had the classic scene of Chris Rock just smoking crack and sweating his ass off.
It was before he got his new teeth.
Yep. So I've peppered some stuff in here from that. Let's talk about this series a bit before we dig into this particular episode.
Yeah, I will say these 2 episodes that we're going to watch, they're on Tubi, which Tubi is just like the best thing in the world. I'm afraid of the day that someone realizes it's actually useful and the way streaming should be and completely free, and you don't even have to have an account.
No.
It works the same way. It's awesome.
I
Weston,
almost
love
feel
it.
like something's. I'm like, what's the grift here?
Yeah, it's great. Ploob has it for you.
Well, should I call
Dick.
it Deke or Dick?
I
don't
call
give
it
a
D.
fuck.
I think I've heard it. I mean,
I've been calling it DIC.
Well, I'm going to call it.
I call it Deke.
I'll try Deke. The Deke produced continuation of G.I. Joe,
Yes.
the real American hero. When Sunbow lost the animation rights to the G.I. Joe franchise, it was Deke that picked it up. Deke Entertainment. It did an Operation Dragonfire miniseries. Oh, I read that really weird.
You're not reading this, are you?
Operation Dragonfire. Yeah.
I was
It was basically like
I started reading that. I was like, that doesn't.
Is it a
fucking make-
continuation from a story persptive of the first?
It is.
it is. It's like Beast
series.
Wars with Transformers.
Okay.
except-
Let me just re-say that again, just for the
Uh-huh.
audience. It did an Operation Dragonfire miniseries. Then
Yeah, it was a
second
5-parter, just
cartoon
like
series.
the first series.
Deke.
5 Faces of Deekness.
Yeah. Deke Entertainment, stylized as Deke, D-I-C, in their logo. Well, with a lowercase I in the middle. Was a production company that started in Luxembourg in the early 70s, eventually was purchased and had its base of operations moved to L.A. Industry insiders at the time half-jokingly stated that DIC stood for Doing It Cheap.
Or I also saw Do It Cheaper.
Right? Well, yeah.
They farmed out a lot of. I mean, everybody did this, but they farmed out a ton of animation to just Japanese studios. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you and I, we're going back and forth here, man.
Yeah,
Bing
well,
bong.
the guy who created the company is fascinating. Like, we could do a whole bonus episode on Deke in general. If you had eyeballs in the 80s and 90s, you saw
That's
something
right.
they touched.
They were getting Deke in them.
They So their continuation of the G.I. Joe animated continuity after the original Sunbow series has been received with mixed opinions. A clean break with the previous series, including new synth-heavy music and theme song, which we'll get into later. Mostly new voice actors and new designs for the older characters. Of the voice cast, only Chris Latta, Cobra Commander, Morgan Lofting as the Baroness, Bob Remus as Sergeant Slaughter, and Edmund Gilbert as General Hawk were retained from the Sunbow series.
That's only season 1, though.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say the Baroness did not sound like
No,
the
it's a
Baroness
different
in
actor.
this episode.
And even then, Lofting and Gilbert were then, as you guys have said here, were replaced in the series' second season, while Sergeant Slaughter did not appear in the second season. So returning characters were generally altered from their Sunbow appearances, though Sergeant Slaughter and Duke, in the first season at least, Scarlet and the Baroness, are virtually unchanged, and Lady J, Destro, and Zorana at least bear passing resemblances to their previous depictions. The animation is also of a lower quality in the series. The focus on humor geared towards younger audiences, which the focus on humor geared towards younger audiences, along with more heavy-handed social messages like drugs, alienated older fans. I don't know.
I don't feel like, at least
yeah.
these are the only 2. I never watched this show. These are the first 2 episodes I've ever seen of the show. And I think these 2, I don't feel like they're too geared toward kid jokes, or it doesn't seem childish to me.
I have copied that from an online source, and now as I read it out loud, I don't agree with it either.
You
Indeed, such concepts as a Joe versus Cobra football game, a gorilla falling in love with Cobra Commander,
that I've got to get my eyeballs on that immediately.
and a plot centering around General Hawk's favorite cookies
What the fuck?
were, in the eyes of the more traditional fans, to quote Joepedia, simply indefensible. I'm here for it, though. I'm curious.
That sounds amazing.
I'm here for the.
That's very high
for the
concept.
lulls.
We might have a whole segment, a Dope for Joe segment, that's like a sub-segment having to do with Dick. So like dollars for Dick or something like that. I don't know. Deke.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, the series was also more generally grounded in reality. There were considerably fewer science fiction or fantasy elements than were used in the Sunbow series. The Deke animated series, I remember, included Inspector Gadget, which I despise as a character. I fucking
Really?
hate
You
Inspector
didn't like
Gadget. I
Inspector
fucking
Gadget?
hate
I thought
Inspector
he was
Gadget.
funny.
Heathcliff, The same feeling. I don't like Heathcliff, although I think Garfield ripped him off. So
I think it's the opposite.
I think Garfield ripped off Heathcliff.
Garfield started in 1977.
We'll have to figure this out later.
I think I figured it out.
I feel like they just are independent. You can have two cat.
Yeah.
No. I've
comic
heard,
strip characters.
Heathcliff is homeless.
I've heard where. Yeah, but he's sophisticated. He puts on the trash can lid the fish.
I feel like the characters are very different.
I do too.
Well, I agree. I don't disagree, but I've heard.
Just having
I've
a
heard
cat
things.
doesn't make it a ripoff.
I've
I've heard things around
He's an orange cat.
the corner.
I think the things you've heard are wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. Other than so you got Care Bears, Mask,
Alf.
Jace, and the Wheeled
Sorry.
Warriors.
This conversation about Garfield and Heathcliff reminds me of the I Think You Should Leave episode where they're doing an intervention, and they're doing an intervention at the house of Jim Davis.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
And like everything is Garfield themed. And the couch is like a big Odie face.
Yeah. It's fucking wild. It's so good.
I'm gonna have to get my eyes on that. Kissy Fur. Remember Kissy Fur?
I remember the name, but I don't remember the character.
Yeah. Cops, which had an identical message to this episode. I watched Cops.
I loved Cops.
The Chipmunks. Camp Candy. Remember Camp Candy?
Yeah.
Nope.
I do. Captain Plain. Boy, that's not
Captain Planet.
Yeah, thank you.
So Disney didn't do the Chipmunks? They farmed it out to DEAC?
I don't know. Chipmunks.
Are we talking about the Rescue Rangers, or is this
No,
a different?
we're the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, them. Okay.
CHI.
Never mind. That's not Disney.
PMUNK.
That's right.
Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And many, many more. I think when you had a movie, video game, toy, television show that you wanted to market further by creating an animated series, you got DEAC.
Dude, they did everything. They also did another show that nobody remembers, seemingly, but me, Kid Video.
I remember that.
Yep. Did you say...
What is it now? You're going into the...
I'm taking you
to the something dimension.
What is the zone?
Damn it. Or the... yeah. Fuck. I guess I don't remember Kid Video. I always flipped it off though. That was when I would turn off the TV
I loved Kid Video.
on Saturday morning.
It's funny how there were certain cartoons in the morning where you were just like,
I'm not in there.
Did you
gotta
mention
get out.
Captain N, the Games Master?
I didn't.
Okay, that one's another
Right
one
on.
they did. Real Ghostbusters.
Oh, DEAC. So
I will say the opening sequence for Cops, despite DEAC's,
Oh, it's amazing.
It's really
It looks really good.
done well.
yeah.
But maybe they farmed that out to
It's also confusing because we have
Toei.
we have two characters in these episodes. One named Bulletproof, which was the captain in
Yeah.
Cops, and then another named Shockwave, which I kept having to check to make sure I was doing that right. I'm like, his name
Right.
is Shockwave, right?
Yeah, it's interesting how it, like those names kind of carry over.
Oh, hold on. I got a few more
let's
additional things.
DEAC it up.
DEAC it up and DEAC it out. So DEAC actually stood for Diffusion Information Communication, founded in France in 1971, like you said, by Jean Cholopin, as part of a media company, Compagnie Luxembourgeoise de Télévision. Primarily to focus on television content. They started with like interstitial shorts in Europe and stuff, like between like 5-minute stuff between shows. To learn how to produce animation better, Chopin turned to Japan. I apologize to our French listeners. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name. Cholopin turned to Japan, where he thought the best animation was being created, and was so interested in Japanese animation that he moved there along with his designers, family, and friends, and learned to speak Japanese.
Wow.
And DEAC worked for a long time on series that would air only in Japan and Europe, though many of those shows would later come over to the States, a lot of anime. They also worked on a Lupin the Third sequel that never made it to air because of licensing issues. And then DEAC moved to Burbank, California in 1982, where it began to focus on English and American audiences for both network broadcast and syndication, which is fucking brilliant. Like, get them both. No wonder they did. This guy was very smart. Like, this guy started his own company when he was 18. It was basically like a media company that turned into DEAC. If you don't know, syndication basically means that the show originally airs on a network, and then they sell the licensing rights to blocks of episodes or series, which is why I was able to watch both Transformers and Seinfeld on Fox in the afternoons. Mm-hmm. Channel 27.
KDEB.
Yep, KDEB. The company was bought and sold 1 million times in the 80s and 90s. Eventually owned by the hint of things to come, Disney, as part of a slew of companies, including DEAC, owned by Capital Cities / ABC, and that was in 1985. And then in 2000, Andy Hayward, who had been CEO of DEAC and moved them to Burbank, bought the company back from Disney, officially allowing DEAC to produce its own shows without Disney oversight, and Hayward took the company public in 2004. And then we got about another million mergers later, DEAC is bought by Cookie Jar. DEAC was basically assimilated by Cookie Jar and kind of ceases to exist as its own brand at that point.
Thanks for taking us on that journey. I started reading through that. I was like, oh my God. Weird.
I seriously was like, I knew about DEAC, but like coincidentally, I just happened to watch an episode on YouTube, Secret Galaxy, that did Cities of Gold, which is another show nobody remembers. That was originally a French show that came over years later. DEAC brought over to America. I think I just liked the Golden Condor that they wrote in. I'll put a link to that Secret Galaxy episode, but he goes into the history of DEAC, and it's fucking fascinating. I got lost. Like, there's a million side quests we could go on with DEAC.
So this is DEAC.
Yeah.
This is a DEAC version of Joe. We cold open with a G.I. Joe logo on a wall in an alley.
Why is there an embossed G.I. Joe logo?
The G.I. Joe logo is everywhere in this show.
Yeah, and we then pan to a depressing inner city scene. We have a multi-story building that is boarded up all the way to the top. So many boards. We have masked thugs shaking down disheveled businessmen and women. It seems this urban area is crippled by addiction, and the old stuff isn't enough anymore. Enter the headman.
Dumbest name.
So we see here that the henchman's name is Gristle, and the headman's minions are called the headhunters. I was contacted by a couple of headhunters over the years. You guys?
Is this your bit? Is this your Rodney Dangerfield?
Do I have any headhunters reach out?
I don't know what. No.
Everyone talk about,
No.
You? Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Every now
All
and
right.
again.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I don't have a degree. So
What I
no.
get is actually more than anything are emails that I think are scams, but I research them and they're not scams. But it's like, you have the skill we want for a short-term period of time. Name your price. We'll send you a project, and you'll do it, and you'll get paid.
Weird. That's it's just, I would immediately think somebody's trying to scam me.
I found on Reddit a lot of people have followed up on it, and it
is real.
They tend to be real, but they also tend to be a pain in the ass.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
It's basically so you're like an independent contractor,
Yeah,
and so it's a real hassle.
Yeah.
By the way, we should mention that this episode is written by Bob and Eve Forward.
Yes.
Oh, I did not mention that.
Yeah, Bob Forward, the showrunner of Beast Wars, and Eve Forward is his sister. Mm-hmm. These are the only two episodes they do.
I've got a little on that later.
Okay.
Right on.
I just love how we open up and this dude in a business suit hands like a stack to this guy. It's got to be a couple $1,000s in a roll. And we get to learn also this drug, the new drug. We're introduced to Cindi right here, and she's the one, like you said, Caleb, who says the old stuff isn't working. And we get to be introduced to the headmaster.
The headman.
Not headmaster. I keep wanting to say headmaster.
The headman.
The headman. He looks like...
He's like a pimp.
He looks like a pimp.
Yeah, yep.
He looks like his name
like
should be like Aloysius Nightshade, like something like that.
Yeah, he looks like a 1920s lavender gangster.
He's got I don't know. It's not quite a zoot suit, but it's zoot suit adjacent.
Mm-hmm. And he has halfway up the calf spats.
I just can't, why does he have, for all of his appearance here, why doesn't he have a cooler name?
I know.
It's the worst name.
You've got the opportunity. You're a drug lord.
It's so stupid.
You have the opportunity to position yourself.
It also just sounds like he came
super
up
badass.
I'm the head man.
Well, that's how he got in his position, by sucking dick.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a male
it does.
porn star.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this neighborhood reminds me of, for all the Wire fans out there, reminds me of the Wire season 3, where the Baltimore police, or at least one of the captains, Bunny Colvin, decriminalizes the drug trade in a section of the city so that it would clean up other parts of the city. Basically, gathers all the drug dealers and says, "Deal over here, and I'll leave you alone." And
how's that work?
It has its own benefits, but it also had bad sides to it.
Yeah.
West,
There are people that still lived in the neighborhood he told them to all move to. But it did help clean up the neighborhoods that they moved away from.
Yeah, we don't care about these fuckers. Go deal your drugs there. It's just full of other poor people. West has been wanting to watch The Wire. We've never seen it.
Same.
I mean, you know me. It's a masterpiece.
I know how much you love The Wire.
Also, the businessman and the fact that we know Falcon, the drug trade impacts all classes.
That's right. Yeah.
Of life.
I'll get to that. I have a bunch of notes on that. So Cindy's saying that here it takes a whole month's pay to stay high for just one night.
Also, that doesn't make sense.
That's insane.
Like she must be a freelance illustrator.
It doesn't change your rent.
I know, but I'm just saying that's a lot of money.
Even freebasing cocaine
For a
is
month.
cheaper than that.
Yeah. Well,
So you guys haven't.
I feel like freebasing cocaine is cheap, and that's why. It's,
No. It's the least
it's more-
economic.
Crack is cheaper.
Crack is cheap. Freebasing cocaine is the least economic way to do cocaine.
Got it.
So the head man introduces the young woman, Cindi, to their newest product, Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, the neighborhood erupts with the locals fighting back against this nasty element, chasing them down the street. No more selling drugs to kids. Then,
All these people are adults.
Definitely.
yeah.
that they're selling drugs to, but whatever.
Then the head man activates New Jack City's defense systems. Guns come out of the trash cans.
It's
windows.
wild.
They got that shit hooked up like Mission Impossible, man. Head man rules this block. He rules this city. Cue the kick-ass intro.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like this, the conceit of having this like broken down tenement building be a fortress that is so crazy to me in the middle of the city. I guess it kind of works, but like, I don't know.
I mean, the trash cans.
The trash
have
cans have missiles.
rocket launchers.
What
in
if
them.
you're the garbage man and you try to pick it up?
When people board up these windows, why do they do such a fucking shit job? Look, you like crossing boards over.
Where am I
and
going to get all this wood?
There's like, I don't know. They just slap stuff up there like that. It just seems weird.
Yeah, it would make more sense to be like a big place of plywood.
Or just straight across. It's easier. Just straight across. Why are you crossing, doing crisscrossing like that?
I'm guessing it's to keep people from crawling in, even though clearly there's enough space to do that. I thought it was hilarious that the drugs are given to people in little like burlap sacks, like a
I called it
like
a potion bag.
like a medieval lord would toss a bag of gold to a peasant who's doing a crime for him.
Yeah, the drugs are distributed. By the way, the drugs are red and sparkle. Are distributed in these little like satchels that are tied with twine, like it's a potion from D&D.
It's a weird.
Yeah,
It's a weird.
like they don't have the money to board up these windows properly, but they're definitely spending more money on those bags than they would, a little Ziploc.
They probably hey, maybe they got them from Etsy.
Yeah,
Maybe
they like crap. That's
somebody's
their angle.
made
They're
those.
crafting
Somebody's got a really sick.
And they're like, oh no, they're being
burlap
used.
bag
Guys,
business.
you got to stand tall when it comes down to the wire.
I was just gonna play the whole thing.
You got to play rough when you cross that line of fire. You got to have guts to stand for your rights. You got to keep a grip on the hold on tight.
It sounds like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
You got to keep a grip to hold on tight.
Oh, is that what it says?
Makes sense. All checks out.
You got to do the fighting with all your might. You got to keep the target straight ahead in your sights. You got to get tough.
Yeah,
No
it
joke.
sounds like the lyrics were written in like a minute.
Oh yeah, they're very GPT lyrics, but
I love
you're
it.
gonna let
Play
it
it.
ride.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
do it.
play it.
Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. You know you got to stand tall when it comes down to the wire. You got to play rough when you cross that line of fire. You got to have guts to stand for your rights. You got to keep a grip enough to hold on tight. You got to do the fighting with all of your might. You got to keep the target straight ahead in your sights. Got to get tough, yo, Joe. Got to get tough, yo, Joe. G.I. Joe, America's top secret mobile strike force team. Yo, Joe. The mission, to defend freedom. Yo, Joe. The threat, Cobra, an evil organization bent on world conquest. Yo, Joe. The battle cry, yo, Joe. Got to get
If you didn't pick up on
Get
that,
it.
Got to get tough, yo, Joe. Yo, Joe.
Yeah,
There's
man.
not much to speak about, and it's basically all just recycled, I'm sure, from the series. There's nothing like special about the animation. Like
No.
usually the intro sequences have some higher quality.
Yeah, this is not that. But I
visuals.
fucking love this intro song. I was so excited whenever I heard it. I had to stop and make West listen to it, and I've just been singing it all weekend. Got to get tough. Also, this series seems very gay. Like so many big muscles, so much flamboyant costumes. It's amazing.
The intro to me sounds like Kenny Loggins meets Lee Greenwood meets Joe Cocker.
Oh, there's a threesome I'd like to see.
And also, I hate the voiceover guy, the explanation voiceover. It just, compared to the original, it's so weak.
It's not as good, yeah.
It sounds like
It's just the quality of the voice and
Yeah.
the vocal delivery.
the first time I heard it, I was watching it with Harrison, and we were thinking at first when we listened to the first time that he was getting cut off by the "Yo Joe," like he was talking right up into.
Other than that, though, other than the guy talking, I do enjoy the song.
I got distracted by the Tom Savini Cobra character, the guy with the rockets on his back. We'll come to know him as Metalhead.
Tom Savini is his
Yeah, I like him.
Tom Savini, no,
is the voice actor or
No.
his Christian name.
They don't know. It's a guy that he looks like.
Okay.
Tom Savini was a special effects guy who did like Friday the 13th and a ton of other shit, like Dawn of the Dead.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks exactly like
Dusk Till
Metalhead.
Dawn.
Yes, from Dusk Till Dawn. He played
with the dick-
Sex
with-
Machine.
The Sex Machine.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Yeah, that's Metalhead.
Gotcha. Well, let's get into it. Let's cut to the Joe base where Falcon is cleaning his gun. Mutt comes up and startles him, and Falcon loses his shit.
He comes in hot.
He's chewing out Mutt, but I'm having a hard time paying attention because I'm wondering about those bones that Mutt has on his vest.
I had that note too. He has dog treats.
Are they dog treats? Are they bone-shaped grenades? Anyway, Mutt is sorry, but sorry is not going to help Falcon's uniform that he spent an hour ironing.
An hour. What? Did you turn the iron on? I had that note. I'm like, an hour?
Yeah. The Cobra alarm goes off, and they don't mind Falcon's messy uniform, although I kind of think some of them would. Falcon is ready for some hot action.
Yes, he is.
Which
He
means
is a-
it's time for a little pick-me-up. Falcon is using.
Yeah. Also, I don't know who does Duke's voice, but it's not very good.
No.
Like, he sounds like he is.
Well, this is Falcon.
I know. We're going to see Duke in just a second.
Gotcha.
But his delivery is
Look at
like
those hands.
a middle school play.
Cobra's attacking an air cargo shipment of diamonds. Let's scramble, Joes.
That was fucking awful.
Did Duke have the same haircut in season 1? Did he just get
don't
the crew cut for season 2? I felt like they made an unreasonably big deal of calling out that it's 12:30 p.m.
I didn't notice that. But yeah, they did show the clock.
The show
Why?
that turned from 12:29 to 12:30 for
Weird.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Don Johnson, his voice has changed.
Yes.
No,
I see what you're saying.
Clearly, he did not join the cast.
Talking
for this
about
season.
Falcon.
But Falcon's voice, he's just a whiny bitch.
He is.
I don't like it.
I do not like that.
Don Johnson, as much
I
as I didn't like the
believe-
character he was portraying in the movie, I guess he's an actor.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
So
of
is
this
this
voice. Not a fan.
I think
Quick observation on these helicopters. Do you notice that I just now noticed the rotors, the ends of the rotors,
are like balloons.
and I wonder if the toys are made that way so kids don't like accidentally poke their eyes out. I wonder if that's like a liability thing, and it just got incorporated into the cartoon.
No, man, that helps the
Helps it lift.
loft. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. It helps the performance.
I think Ian James Corlett voices Falcon, who also voiced Cheetor.
Oh wow.
Well,
He's definitely credited. This is the problem. IMDb and you know what? I think there's a Wikipedia page about it actually, but it's hard to find out who did voices. Like they'll say certain voices, but it's not always clear who it is.
Scott McNeil. Still a Beast Wars alumni, if this is correct.
So I guess I'm wrong. Anyway, it's tough. The only it
Is
took
it Scott McNeil, the guy I was dissing, with the hat and the jacket and stuff, the hat and the vest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It took me forever to figure out who Gary Chalk was doing, who the voice was of Gary Chalk, because he's in this. It took me so long to figure out which character he was. He's Shockwave. Anyway,
Back to the
sorry
movie.
to
Back to the movie. Back to the
derail us
show.
there.
Falcon is using, and you know what? I really appreciate the writers breaking away from the standard "just say no" message by having one of the heroes have a drug problem. I say that legitimately.
I think I have this note several times over. I feel like of like kids cartoons that deal with drugs or even live action sitcoms, the way they handle the drug addiction is very empathetic and nuanced in this, I feel.
Yes.
I was very surprised by that.
I come back to it a few times while we're reviewing it, but
I guess Joe doesn't drug test.
apparently not.
Well, just the one time when you sign up.
Yeah, or
Then
maybe
you're home free, smoke up.
he also, I can't tell if the Falcon has I guess he has the drugs on him, or because I'm like, surely you're not hiding that in the copter.
But also, again, it's that gold pouch. How nobody can see the bulge in his pocket? Jesus Christ!
They just thought he was happy to see him.
I'm just saying, Ziploc bag, just a little baggie.
Maybe Spark is so new that there's no drug test for it. Like those, like
I thought you were saying maybe Spark is so new that they just didn't have time to buy the Ziploc bags for it. I was like, what the?
we got to rush this out the door.
What do we got? What do we got laying around? What we got? What we can do?
Just rags. Tie them up with a string.
Cut up the ratty curtains from the apartment that they've taken over.
Urine-stained carpet with
project
drugs in
housing.
it.
So, well, if they really, I appreciate the empathy, but it is probably somewhat unrealistic. I guess it's not unrealistic that the headman is a villain, but I feel like the nuances of the drug trade, which as you'll find when you watch The Wire, right, are more complex than just supervillain with his troops wearing.
I think it'd be
His
awesome if
face
there
mask.
was.
We didn't explain that he has his goons are like faceless people, these faceless masks
The
with these
headhunters.
weird wedge hats
Yeah.
and like spiked shoulder guards. It's
Yeah.
like the most obvious. Like,
And
also apparently there are no cops in this
No
world.
cops. And Gristle, the head henchman, he's got like 3 belts around his waist.
He does. He has a lot of belts and he looks like a goblin.
Yeah.
His face
like a
has
Rob
his weird mutton
Liefeld
chops.
character.
Yeah, his ears appear. Honestly, he does look like he was designed by Rob Liefeld with all the fucking belts and pockets and shit.
It's weird. So back to the hot action.
Yes.
Cobra is trying to steal some diamonds at an airport, and Joe is there to stop them. And Falcon wants to shoot them so bad, his dick is so hard. Crazy motherfucker jumps out of his helicopter while it's in motion and allows it to continue flying unmanned. Duke is like, what the fuck? And my new favorite Joe character's name, Crimson Guard number 1,
Well-
feels the same way, but no time for that. Baroness breaks in to let Crimson Guard number 1 that there's an urgent message from County Hospital.
Yeah, she calls him on the radio and says that his sister is in the hospital,
Yeah.
which I felt was very sensitive.
I would like to unpack all of that just a moment.
Yeah, there's a lot that just happened.
Yeah, that would impact the mission. That just wouldn't happen. Getting the phone call.
It is
I
weird.
know
let
you're in the
alone
middle of a battle with G.I. Joe right now, but I just wanted to let you know your sister's not doing so
Whoever
well.
would think that Cobra of all places
Yeah,
would have like a
exactly.
pretty good HR policy.
Who called that in?
Who called that in?
Did
Oh, that's a good point.
Did the sister,
The hospital.
Cindy, have like
Him-
next of or
Must have been an emergency contact.
contact Crimson
It was up
Guard
in her-
number 1 at Cobra
It
headquarters?
was in her hospital account. Please notify Crimson Guard number 1.
I hate that he's called Crimson Guard number 1 this whole time. Like, give him a name.
Yeah.
It's so annoying to me.
But also, it would be weird if they were like, if Cobra Commander
Charles.
was like, Gary,
Yeah.
how's your sister doing?
Well, he should have a real name that they should. So Harris and I were watching this episode together, which was actually a lot of fun because he just wandered
At
through.
least they didn't make him like Crimson Guard number 9.
Or number 2, which sounds
No,
like a
I would
bathroom
hope
code.
I would hope that he would have a number 2 that's always just a little more loose, just a little more kind of less.
Whoever does the voice of Crimson Guard number 1 is, I think it might be David Kay, maybe, because he's also in the show, but I don't know. It's
Attention, Crimson Guard number 1.
Crimson Guard number 1 here.
There's an urgent message from County Hospital. Something has happened to your sister, Cindi.
So before knowing about Cindi, Harrison and I were watching it together, and Harrison asked if he was getting called away to see Crimson Wife number 1 and Crimson Kid number 1. But actually it's Crimson Sister number 1. So they all, but then Harrison's like, it would be funny if they all had the face mask, like even in normal life. So Cobra operative Night Vulture, as Ryan just put on the screen, grabs the briefcase of diamonds and is trying to escape when Falcon pulls a Zaymot and Tomax by grabbing onto his legs while he's hanging onto a Cobra copter. Falcon shoots down the helicopter that he himself is flying on. This spark stuff is a hell of a drug. They all crash through a wall into the baggage handling area, I think? Or does it happen to be a
guess it's an
briefcase
airport.
factory?
It is. I think. A briefcase factory.
It's an airport. But when I first kind of was like, "What the?"
I
fuck's
was
going on?
confused too.
A luggage cart chase ensues.
I wanted to get the the music in this series. I really fucking like. I wanted to capture the golf cart chase music. God, so many suitcases.
Suitcases.
Here it is.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
You never see somebody carrying around an old school like suitcase anymore.
Because they're heavy and inefficient. Yeah. That's it. I just wanted to get that music. It's really good.
Falcon tries to. So there's this luggage cart chase. Falcon tries to ramp his cart off of a stair ramp on the tarmac to catch the Cobra agents, but then ends up falling short and crashing. Cobra heads back to base, except for Crimson Guard, who has a family emergency.
I like that it implies he took the Cobra copter to the hospital.
No, he totally did.
He totally did. Because then after he's done visiting the hospital, he
flies away in it. I guess
I am very impressed. I put a note here. I am very impressed with Cobra's flexibility to allow agents to deal with personal issues. I thought this was silly at first, but again, I am impressed with how the writers are building this. How they're kind of spinning this anti-drug message.
With it being written by Bob and Eve Ford, I think this may be an outlier. It may be a better episode than some of the other ones. I just think the writing is good.
I'm curious.
Fucking
So
Duke is
Cobra
mad.
has a better family leave plan
Apparently.
than G.I. Joe.
Especially
Yeah.
since Duke, we'll see in a minute, is
Duke's
just like, I hate you, get out of here.
So Duke's upset at Falcon's behavior. He's behaving he's behaving
Erratically.
a bit dickish. They argue, "You've got a complaint, put it in writing, big brother." And Falcon storms off. And Duke
Yeah, he goes, nothing, I'm fine.
Yeah.
God.
So that's not handled well.
No.
And so then Duke, thank God for Bulletproof, Duke confides in Bulletproof that he just doesn't understand Falcon's change in behavior. Falcon is out in the hallway shivering and suffering from the effects of addiction. And we cut to commercial. But is there anything you wanted to say about this?
Oh, just that when he does get the chills. I also feel like they show withdrawal pretty well, like what it feels like to be in withdrawal. Duke is just not hearing it.
It's an
and
interesting.
Then Bulletproof is
a smart
as
way
we'll
of-
see in a little bit,
Right.
very
Empathetic.
to it. And then Falcon just pulls out the drugs in the hallway of a government building.
With his weird big hands.
The hands in this are gross. They look like he's been stung by a bee or something.
There's a lot of weird hands in this episode. So back from commercial. Go ahead,
So
Aaron.
Duke blames Falcon for the failure for Cobra being able to get the diamonds. I'd argue Falcon was the only one doing shit. Like, he was doing some
But he was
crazy
pretty-
stunts, but except for that luggage cart ramp situation, everything he was doing was working out tremendously.
Well, he
actually.
did abandon a helicopter to explode somewhere on the ground.
Well, no, it hit another vehicle, didn't it? I feel like it hit a Cobra vehicle. Like, it actually all ended up awesome.
I don't know how I feel about the risks he was taking, but it is G.I. Joe. They do some pretty crazy.
It's true.
And I guess the
am-
insinuation these
wait.
were risks he was taking because of the drugs, but I feel like a lot of these guys do a
Let's-
lot of crazy shit
let's
all
for-
the
yeah,
time.
You're right. Let's not forget. And I just now thought about this. The last Joe episode we reviewed, Duke shot the end of a missile off with roadblock on it.
Yep.
So that was pretty risky. So
So check Roadblock for Spark.
Yeah.
Drug test that guy.
No, not road. Well, check roadblock for Spark. Check Duke for Spark. check them all.
Let God sort them out.
Yeah. or just do a screen test. Back from commercial, we're at the county hospital where Crimson Guard number 1 is at Cindy's bedside asking her who did this to her.
I love her side pony.
Yeah.
And it says it was a drug overdose, and he goes, "The doctor told me a drug overdose. But why?"
I know. Well, who did this to her? Well, she did it to herself, guys.
She takes responsibility.
She does.
They hold hands, and she tells him about the head man and his big boarded up building. And back at New Jack, Headman is sitting at his desk with a pile of money and talking in third person.
Yes, he's having a good ass time. He loves to monologue to himself.
Everyone needs the Headman. They can't help it.
He's got fucking sunglasses inside,
Yeah,
a huge stack of cash, this little TV he's watching so he can watch his stories and just maniacally talking to himself about himself.
Look, it's so tender. I mean, you got a character that's like, he loves his sister.
I feel like in this world, we've just accepted Cobra as a way of life.
Oh, right? Because he's just in his
how
outfit.
many people do they employ? A ton. And they have...
He's a terrorist.
They have crackerjack outfits.
Hey, I guess the doctor's like, as long as he's got insurance, we're here to help him out.
And again, they adhere to FMLA.
Look, I like the drawing with the stacks. No matter how big the stack is, it's got one band
One
around.
band on it, yeah.
Back at Joe Base, Falcon is geeking out and drops his bag of spark on the floor. When he bends down to get it, Duke opens the door, knocking him over, and sees the drugs on the floor. The jig is up. Duke is so mad, won't let Falcon explain, and tells him to shut up.
Yeah.
He kicks him out of the Joes and out of his life.
Yeah.
Is he his brother's keeper? No, he's not. There's another New
Jack City reference. I got you.
As a little, it's not. I don't even think it's heavy-handed. It's kind of on point with how drugs work. Like Cindi says, like it was fine at first, and then Falcon is like, I can handle it. It helps me focus. But as soon as Duke discovers his brother and teammate he's using, he's like, "You're out of the Joes, and I hope you die."
Yeah.
No sympathy.
It's crazy. Well, it's not crazy.
Thankfully, Bulletproof is more understanding.
Crazy. They're painting a good picture here about how you should not behave.
Yeah.
Duke storms off.
And it's interesting, the juxtaposition. You'd think it would be the opposite, maybe. The hero would be more sensitive.
They would normally
be more...
Excellent
serious,
point.
But
they would normally... Yeah, I like how they're throwing you for a loop here to help you learn the message. Duke storms off, but Bulletproof sticks around and, very importantly, listens to Falcon's story. Falcon wanted to be a better Joe. He took a shortcut, but it just ended up in the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
Bulletproof sympathizes, letting Falcon know that he has also wrestled with drugs.
Yeah.
Luckily, Bulletproof had people who cared about him and helped him recover. He helps Falcon get into rehab at the county hospital.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I am impressed too.
Yeah, to show how Duke's, on multiple levels, how Duke's behavior is not the right way to handle this. He's not emotionally mature. Bulletproof handled it well and helped Falcon not feel alone.
Yeah. I do like how he learned about the drug by just walking down an alley and hearing guys talk about it.
He's in his Joe outfit, too.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about, he's in his Joe outfit all the time. He never takes that shit off.
Until he's in the hospital.
Right.
But yeah, I do like that where he's kind of like, it just helped me be better. It helped me focus. I could stay up late. I could work out. I just
fuck like a machine.
My dick was rock hard.
Mm-hmm. Cut to the hospital. Crimson Guard, after finding out that Cindi is in a coma, flies off and encounters Duke, also flying. These two guys are angry, frustrated, and in the mood to fight. And in their rage, they end up crashing directly into each other.
Yep. And just fall out of their planes or their helicopters.
Their rage, their parachutes, get tangled together, and they have to cooperate to survive. And as they float to the ground, Duke confides about his brother's drug problem.
He just spills the tea instantly about everything that's going on in his life.
They need it. It's
a long ride down, man.
Yeah.
And then so Crimson Guard perks up at this. G.I. Joe family has drug problems? Well, join the club. And they decide on a truce to hear each other's stories while they float to the ground. They discover they have a common enemy. The Headman.
The Headman.
So they determine that Joe and Cobra need to team up to fight a bigger enemy, drugs. And they split up to convince their teams to work together.
Yeah, here we have my favorite, enemies working together for a common goal. I haven't mentioned, so I don't think the animation is that bad, really. It's washed out, but my favorite thing error that I have noticed in this episodes is disappearing, reappearing fingernails in gloves.
The animators
I don't
had
think
a
the
hard time.
animation's good at all. This is sub ACOM level. but
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's better than ACOM.
I don't like the way
Interesting.
they've designed the characters or the proportions. I mean, I guess if what Caleb says, if we take that into account about it being for kids, more for kids or geared towards kids, then I guess I get it. Like they're all just a little softer, and I don't know.
It's definitely not as good as the original series.
In retrospect, I think that's a weird observation. I think that's I don't think that the original series was any less geared for kids than this.
No.
I mean, yeah, I think somebody was just retro. Whoever wrote that was kind of trying to set up why people didn't watch this one and watch the first one, and I think they were wrong.
So Crimson Guard 1, I'm just going to call him CG1 from now on.
There's fingernails.
There's the fingernails. And Duke shake hands and they agree to fight this new threat. And I love how when they walk away, they both are like grossed out by shaking hands and wipe their hands on their uniforms.
That's pretty funny. Crimson Guard goes back to Cobra and talks him into it by scheming to take the headman's cash when he's defeated.
Yeah, I like
Ooh,
how
that
he
was
positions it to Cobra Commander of
Yeah.
like, hey, we could also get the money. And Chris Lotta's back.
Yeah. Hey, and you gotta rob to get rich in the Reagan era. Cobra naturally takes credit for the idea.
This is the best idea I've ever had.
Back at the Joe base, Bulletproof is trying to talk Duke into visiting Falcon and not shut him out. Duke is still stubborn and heads off to a group meeting to reveal that Joe will be teaming with Cobra to fight the headman. This is a tough pill to swallow, and we cut to commercial again.
Some of these designs are very weird. Like the semi-transparent mask that Shockwave has. It just makes him look like a demon
like
or
a
something.
ghost. It's like a
Yeah,
ghost.
like a shadow person.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we'll see in a second, I don't know the name of the guy in green with the helmet, but it looks like he's wearing like a football helmet.
That's Bulletproof.
No, not yet. We'll see it in a second. It's in the room, in the meeting room. But he has like a Saw, like a mask from Saw, like that exploding jaw mask.
Yeah, Ryan, I could not find it in my soul to look up the names of all the characters. Like when we do the
That guy
original
right
Joe series. Yeah. Oh, was that not one of the new guys introduced in the movie?
He's not introduced
I
at
haven't
all.
seen him.
I don't think he even speaks.
Yeah, a few of them don't.
But was he not the guy in the movie? Remember when they were running drills on the football field? That might be that guy.
I don't know.
It's like, guys, you don't have to wear your helmets around all the time.
It's probably there's Scarlet, but she doesn't get any lines.
Back from commercial. The Joe team is freaking out over Duke's reveal. Mutt and Shockwave, no, not that Shockwave, are vocally opposed. We see but do not hear Scarlet, Roadblock, also looking unhappy. Bulletproof stands up and gives a speech that convinces them to team up with Cobra and fight the headman. Bulletproof's the true hero, I think, of this whole
Oh yeah.
episode. Cut to Joe and Cobra, pulling names out of hats to pair Joes and Cobras together.
I liked this. I liked
Yeah.
where they have one Joe and one Cobra working in two-man teams.
To keep an eye out on each other. Duke pulls a snake out of a hat and calls it Cobra Dandruff.
That was weird.
The first team is Mutt and Baroness. Bulletproof is teamed with Metalhead, who reminds me of everyone's crazy uncle back in the 80s.
That's Tom Savini.
Yeah. And
Metalhead is by far my favorite
Yeah.
in these episodes.
he's really funny.
Also, it's just a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
He's just got rocket launchers
And
all
he's
over his
just
body.
He's
everywhere.
all about exploding things.
Yeah. Actually, someone should check him for Spark. Duke
No, he's natty, baby.
Duke pairs with Cobra Commander, and off they go via air and land in their neon vehicles to the distribution hub. That place, of course, New Jack, pulls out the trash can and window guns in defense. The headman is well armed.
Yeah, so this distribution hub is the abandoned building with the boards up. It apparently coated in adamantium because Joe and Cobra have
They're blowing
I'm
the
just going to
shit
call him
out of
JOEBRA, have a real tough time breaking into this place.
Yeah. Shockwave and Crimson Guard number 1 get shot out of the sky and crash on top of it. They are pinned down on the building while others are pinned down below. Cut to Headman's desert hideout.
That snake in the hat bit, that was pretty childlike.
That was pretty silly.
Really?
Cobra dandruff.
a terrible
Is that like a
comeback. but
Medusa
also,
reference?
what'd
No,
you
I
put
think
that
it's because
snake
it was in a hat.
I love the fact that
or-
they basically have a press conference. It seems like it's we're teaming up.
Yeah, I couldn't look up what any of these vehicles are because I
Just can't do it.
I have this note too, but I might have if I think I say this later, but the Joepedia page on these is
pretty slow.
non-existent. There's nothing on it at all.
There
really.
is a resource that catalogs all the toys that I would frequently cross-reference to identify them, but there's just so many, and come on, I hope nobody will be mad about it. Really.
It's also like they just have the names of them. Like it'd be nice if there were a picture next to it, and then you could.
there's the one I'm talking about.
okay.
There's names and pictures.
Oh, okay.
It's also how I'd identify characters as well. But
This part.
who is there? They have to have like a Victor Bout level arms dealer that they're connected to, because this shit you can't just build this shit. Where are they getting this shit?
I know. So
You're a drug dealer.
Shockwave and CG1 crash into the roof of the building, and if this series has taught me anything, if you crash an aircraft, you just kind of fall out of it, and
Right.
you're good to
Just
go.
land.
You're G to G.
Perfectly synchronized. So they crash, Shockwave and Crimson Guard are on the roof. They get pinned down. Everybody's pinned down. So then we cut to Headman's Desert Hideout.
What do you call that geological structure? Is it a mesa? Is it
Mesa, yeah, they say Mesa at some point.
oh, do they?
I don't
just a
know.
rock tower.
Devil's Tower. This
He's got a
fucking
nice- he's got a
room
nice
is
place.
sweet.
Yeah, he's got a nice spot inside that mesa. He's
living like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, he's got a production facility in there. He will soon be supplying the entire world with Spark. Then Gristle videos to tell him that the inner city distribution center is under attack. An attack like this is very bad for business. Time to get some hostages.
This is where I wrote. This is where I missed it the first time, but this is where I realized his name is Gristle, and I'm like, it just makes me think of the fat that John Candy had to eat in the Great Outdoors.
No, he's not done yet. He's got to eat the Gristle. Cut back to the county hospital. Falcon is bored and decides to wander around.
He's going through it.
I'm going to wait a second. While this
Again,
catches
like,
up.
honestly, it's pretty fucking accurate to how withdrawal works. He says he's too sick to sleep and too weak to do anything else, so he goes to try to find someone to talk to, is what he says.
So Falcon wanders down the hall and stumbles unintentionally into Cindy's room.
Yeah, he starts monologuing at her. She's unconscious. It's kind of nice. She's unconscious.
He acknowledges that she's in there for the same reason as him, and then looks out the window at the firefight in the distance, which I find a bit alarming.
Yeah, we should say this is in the middle of the city where G.I. Joe has these heavy munitions attacking the city
And
building.
Maybe just another day in the city, I guess.
I don't think that they have medical charts. We see Cindi and it says drug overdose on her chart at the end
Just
of the
one
bed.
name, Cindy.
That's how Falcon knows that she's in here for the same thing because she is unconscious. I don't think they
that
do
feels
that
like a HIPAA violation.
in 60 font letters.
So, he's looking out the window. He's reflecting on a situation. There's some hot action out there, and Falcon's sick, stuck in here and missing it.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, and he feels that he has disgraced the Joes, and he reflects on his mistakes and Cindy's. And right then and there, a group of headhunters barge in and take him hostage.
They kidnap Cindi and Falcon.
How that implies that the head man is keeping tabs on all the
Yes.
junkies that
They would.
buy from
He
him.
knows where they are.
He's got those ledgers. He has everybody.
Maybe if they're notable, like he knows Cindi is notable because her brother's in Cobra, and he knows that Falcon showed up wearing a G.I. Joe outfit.
Yeah.
Maybe he just keeps those in his hat, not the random businessman.
Back at the battle.
You just bombed the building. How hard is this?
The window cannons are keeping the Joes and Cobras pinned down. They make a plan to create suppression fire for Shockwave and Crimson Guard number 1 to force their way into the building to put the guns out of commission from the inside.
They're too well armred. They're having a tough time with the gun emplacements.
Their plan backfires.
Slats of wood are really they're petrified, I guess.
Fucking crazy. I guess you can't knock down something that's already pretty much on like knocked down.
It's already dilapidated.
They should have called some Mennonites. They'd know how to do
Oh,
it.
yeah. Taking that down in no time.
So yeah, Shockwave and Crimson Guard force their way into the building, and that plan backfires
Immediately.
spectacularly. Yeah, they are immediately captured. A missile is then fired at the helicopter with Duke and Cobra in it, and they struggle against each other over the controls and end up getting shot. And the cockfire.
The cockfire.
The cockpit is fused shut. You got Cobra commanders yelling no, and then we cut to the National Drug Information and Treatment referral.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait to see what happens.
Yeah, it's a real punch-out ending we get here. And then, yeah, we get a card with the National Drug Information and Treatment referral, 1-800-662-HELP. And I was going to call it, but I was afraid that if it does still work, I was just going to get callbacks being worried about
the
me.
headhunters are going to come in and grab you.
I just thought I'd get calls with people trying to help me.
You out.
But I did Google it, and I think it still is active. And now, but now you can just call or text 988.
Here, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration's National Helpline for information on treatment and recovery support services. For English, press 1.
All right. Well,
That's
I think
amazing.
that's
It's still
that's
there.
confirmed. I am curious to know if these episodes and that message at the end actually did anything for anyone.
No.
We were all subject to the anti-drug messages of the 80s and 90s, and I'd done drugs.
Yeah. I mean, they were usually so bad, though. Like, this one isn't bad, but I'm like, I don't know that.
Yeah,
I think it just see,
Like the episode of Gummy Bears where Grandpa Gummy gets all hopped up on the special juice, you know what I'm saying?
Did this really happen?
No. Let's create a storyline for every cartoon ever made.
The Smurfs.
The anti-drug version.
I just don't know why dare cars have to look like they think this car looks cool.
The Smurfs had a mushroom addiction.
Oh yeah.
they lived in mushrooms.
Always
They're
tripping
high all the
balls.
time. Yeah, so that's
What
the
if
end of
they
the
weren't?
episode.
What if they weren't actually little blue people, but they were just normal people that were so high all the time that they just thought they were little blue people?
That's a great
Like they're just chipping out, just like
They're just living their life in this psychedelic haze.
it's like
And like Gargamel,
it's a giant cat.
Gargamel is actually their landlord.
He's not trying to turn him into gold. He's just trying to get his rent. Oh, wow, I've never thought about that before like that. All right, post show, don't do drugs. Lots of don't do drug tropes, but
Like
with,
we've said
with
before,
a few twists.
Yeah, it was. I think it was handled really well,
Yeah.
especially for a cartoon.
I like that they put a twist on those tropes, recognizing that addiction can affect anyone.
Anybody, yeah,
And people can help their friends and loved ones in a loving way.
yeah.
That's the only trope I wrote down. You boys have anything else with the tropes before we go into the
I
real
think
world?
I've explained it.
I got
In the real world.
real world. Hey everybody, it's me.
Yeah.
Aaron's handling the real world today.
What?
And sorry, it's very long.
No, I love it.
So this was October 21st, 1991. We would have been in 8th grade. The tippy top of junior high.
I loved it.
Ruling the hallways,
Yes.
shoving dorks into lockers.
Yeah.
Just learning how to masturbate.
This was actually, I wasn't shoving dorks into lockers, but this was the year of my first little smoochie.
Ooh, with
Don't say their name.
I mean,
I wanna
cut
just-
it out. Was it the golf date with
No.
okay.
No. That was high school. I'd had sexual intercourse by then, Ryan. This is also the beginning of my thug era, where I was a part of a small criminal enterprise that stole
Oh yeah.
many a hood ornament.
Hood ornaments.
And
Yeah.
eventually we got busted because one of our brothers was, or one of our,
How do you call them brothers?
one of the guys in the gangs brothers found our stash of stolen hood ornaments and turned us into the police.
I do like you say criminal, and it was criminal, but you weren't like moving hood ornaments. You were just collecting them.
Yeah, it was petty. We didn't have our distribution network locked down yet.
They were organized though.
But we had dozens of hood ornaments,
Jesus.
and I was a big part of that. We also did manufacture drugs.
What were you making?
Banana Dine.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
remember this.
We had a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook, and that. By the way, that drug is not real.
Nope.
It does not get you
It does
high.
not work.
If you smoke it, as I recollect, it does taste a little like smoking weed. Basically, you get bananas and you get rid of the banana part.
Take
and
notes,
you
kids.
you shave the like kind of the shavings from inside of the peel, and then you bake it hard for hours. And then supposedly you have a drug, but
You're
you
just
don't have a
smoking
drug.
banana
You don't
bread.
have a drug. So that was part of our enterprise. Nobody purchased any of our banana drugs.
Were you trying to sell them?
I mean, it's not like we were in the hallways like, hey, kid.
Hey.
You got busted though.
You were like,
by
The other thing that we did, we had other petty crimes. We stole a couple kids in the neighborhood's bicycles, repainted them, and tried to resell them. Various vandalism, shoplifting.
wow.
It was pretty lame, honestly. But yes, I got in trouble. I had a probation officer for a year and had to do lots of hours of community service to make up for my crimes against the city.
Just lucky that didn't follow you into adulthood. It's a juvenile. There's a lesson, kids. Do crime before you're 18.
Yeah, no kidding. So in the real world, in terms of things that were happening around this time in the news, was the Oakland firestorm. Are you guys familiar with this?
I don't remember this.
At this time, Oakland was in the midst of the firestorm of 1991, also known as the Tunnel Fire. It was ignited on October 19th from an improperly extinguished grass fire in the Berkeley Hills area, and it was reignited the following day under intense, dry Diablo winds, rapidly transforming into a devastating firestorm driven by wind gusts reaching 65 to 70 miles an hour. The fire crossed major freeways, consumed entire neighborhoods, and overwhelmed firefighting efforts with extreme heat, chaotic winds, and widespread infrastructure failures.
It's good that California hasn't had any problems with fires since.
Over the course of the inferno, it destroyed 3,300 homes and buildings,
Jesus.
killed 25 people, injured 150 others, and caused $1.5 billion in damages, $3 billion today. Firefighters have finally gained control after the winds died down late on October 20th, with full containment reached by October 23rd. The disaster highlighted the danger of wildland-urban interface fires and led to sweeping changes in fire preparedness, communication systems, water access, and emergency response in the East Bay. Game designer Will Wright lost his home in the Oakland Hills fire and used the experience of rebuilding his life to inspire the creation of a disaster scenario in SimCity 2000. Will Wright invented the game SimCity and incorporated that into the later versions of the game.
In this one, you can have Godzilla
Those
attack.
videos from the recent Los Angeles fires were just like horrifying.
It's brutal.
It was just incredible. Like I just can't even imagine.
I know.
Being trapped in the midst of something.
Here's
like
the
that.
thing: you're not supposed to live in the desert and just irrigate it like in a city. Then people aren't supposed to have homes there. But yeah, it's fucked up.
The number one single at the time was Mariah Carey's Emotions.
It's taking me over.
Emotions. Do you guys know that song?
Yeah.
It was a big hit. Debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 35, becoming Mariah's highest debuting single. It ascended the charts over the next 6 weeks, reaching number 1 on October 12, 1991. This became Mariah's 5th consecutive single to do this, becoming the first and to date the only artist to have their first 5 singles reach the top of the charts.
I'm actually kind of surprised it debuted so low. I guess it's not that low, but
this broke a record previously held by anyone?
Madonna?
Michael Jackson.
The Jackson 5.
Ah.
Emotions held the number 1 position for a total of 3 weeks and eventually descended, but remained in the top 40 for 20 weeks. Emotions is the lead single from Mariah Carey's second studio album of the same name, released on August 13th, 1991 by Columbia Records. Initially, Carey collaborated with C&C Music Factory on a track called You're So Cold, which was considered the lead single. However, a subsequent studio session yielded Emotions, which captured a lighter, more uplifting energy, and ultimately became the first release. The song was co-written and produced by Carey, Robert Civiles, I've never been able to say his name right, Civiles, and David Cole, and would later face an out-of-court settlement due to similarities with the 1977 hit Best of My Love by The Emotions. So yeah, C&C Music Factory produced this song, which in retrospect, I can hear that. It's got that sort of house feel to it. Emotions is a vibrant fusion of gospel, R&B, and disco, featuring a moderate dance tempo of 116 beats per minute. It's notable for showcasing Carey's incredible 5-octave vocal range from B2 to G7, if you're wondering.
I was going to ask.
With her signature whistle register prominently displayed. Critics dubbed the track New Disco for its retro stylings with modern production. The lyrics describe the emotional highs and lows experienced in love, culminating in the powerful refrain, "You've got me feeling emotions."
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It was widely praised by critics for both its production and Carey's vocal mastery. Reviewers from Billboard, Cashbox, Rolling Stone, and AllMusic highlighted the upbeat energy, gospel elements, and vocal acrobatics. However, a few critiques suggested the song didn't quite reach the creative highs of C&C Music Factory's best work. So take that,
Okay.
C&C
Wow.
Music Factory. The factory shut down.
Factory's out of business.
Certified platinum by the RIAA in 2019. Internationally, it topped the charts in Canada, saw strong performances in several countries, including Greece, New Zealand, and the UK, and earned a Grammy nomination for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, and helped her become the second woman ever nominated for Producer of the Year. Parentheses, non-classical.
Okay.
The track's legacy was further cemented when Drake sampled it in his remix to the 2018 track Emotionless. And that is the year in music.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to talk about movies?
I would love to talk about movies.
Please.
I have a lot on this one.
Mm-hmm.
The top movie at this exact moment was Terminator 2.
Hell yeah.
Judgment Day.
Dun, 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 dun.
What a great
Fucking
movie.
like
So good.
Just even thinking about it gives me shivers.
It is
like the most iconic movie of that era for me, or maybe of
Terminator-
my entire childhood.
Terminator 2 and Aliens are like widely pretty much regarded as the best sequels to a movie, and probably better than the original, which I agree. And both James Cameron.
Yeah. The sequel doctor, James Cameron. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, directed and co-written by James Cameron alongside William Wisher, was released on July 3rd, 1991 as the high-octane sequel to the 1984 classic The Terminator. With a then record-breaking budget of $94 to $102 million, it became the most expensive movie of its time. The plot follows two Terminators sent back in time, the malevolent T-1000 and the reprogrammed T-800, to determine the fate of young John Connor, culminating in a dramatic battle to prevent Skynet's future apocalypse.
And what's his name? Robert
Patrick.
Him running, it rivals Tom Cruise in this movie.
for
Like
sure.
his running is terrifying.
He was awesome in this movie.
Yeah, he's great. I had the special edition 2 VHS set, which has special deleted scenes.
Shit.
Like, you remember whenever it's kind of glossed over in the final theatrical run, but like when T-1000 kind of starts glitching a little bit because he's been damaged and he's absorbed so many people. Like, there's a scene in the factory where he like grabs onto a handrail that has like painted black and yellow stripes, and his body just instantly like turns that color unwillingly. Like there's a lot more of showing him glitching out.
Yeah, there's a ton of deleted material from that movie, mostly because they had to rush to get it out. I don't know why. Like, they had a deadline to get it into theaters, and I got more on that later. But basically, James Cameron was sticking to the deadline, and because of that, a whole bunch of material, like there's an ending, a different ending entirely in the extended version, which I don't know how much of this material is available or they've released for public consumption.
James
a
Cameron,
ton of things were edited out.
Great director, apparently awful to actors.
Yeah, people found him problematic.
Yep.
Although Schwarzenegger considers him one of his best friends. Like,
I'm sure he
they're
was
both
nice to
like
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
magnets of the industry.
Yeah.
The film features Arnold Schwarzenegger, surprise, reprising his role as the reprogrammed T-800 Protector.
It's a brilliant idea.
Linda Hamilton returning as Sarah Connor, and newcomer Eddie Furlong as a young John Connor. Robert Patrick debuts as the imposing T-1000, the liquid metal Terminator with a terrifying shape-shifting ability. The cast is rounded out by Joe Morton as Miles Dyson, the key scientist whose creation could lead to Skynet's rise.
Poor guy.
Cameron was initially not hot on the idea of making a sequel. This sequel came out almost 10 years after the original, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right.
He considered the original a complete story. Schwarzenegger always thought that the story should be continued, but eventually Cameron gave in. And after
We should continue the story. It's really great.
And Cameron was coming off of a string of like crazy hit movies. Like basically he had to clear out his schedule. He had Aliens and then The Abyss. And then he had to settle disputes with rights holders, some that nearly came to physical confrontation. And then
Fight James Cameron.
eventually the time came for T2. Principal photography occurred from October 90 to March 91 around Los Angeles, pushing the film's massive budget limits. The scale of production was record-setting at the time, with intense shooting schedules and ambitious action sequences.
Yeah, they drive through the L.A. River.
James Cameron and William Wisher created the script in a rapid 7-week time frame due to the tight production schedule.
Jesus.
The team moved away from science fiction slasher genre and deepened the franchise's themes of fate, redemption, and human resilience against technological threats. Characters are more fully developed, with Sarah's transformation into a warrior
She's
and
a badass.
T-800's evolution into a paternal figure for John, a concept that co-writer Wisher thought was a joke when Cameron first presented it to him. As far as casting goes, Schwarzenegger reportedly earned between $12 and $15 million for his role in Terminator 2. Having just received $11 million for Total Recall, which was also financed by the same financier, ultimately Carloco Pictures. The studio justified the hefty salary by citing Schwarzenegger's broad international appeal, and to ease the financial burden on the production, they paid most of his fees by financing a $13 million Gulfstream III private jet.
Oh.
Linda Hamilton underwent rigorous training for her role, working out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. Her regimen included judo and military-style drills to physically embody Sarah Connor's transformation. I can't remember her trainer was like ex-Israeli military.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Sarah Connor. I feel like, especially from T2 on, but is the best character in all these movies, and John Connor in every iteration is a piece of shit.
I don't think I've seen any of the movies. I think I've seen T3. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I saw Genesis. I didn't hate it.
Which is the one that's all in the future?
That is the one with Christian Bale.
I've heard the footage of him yelling at people.
I hated that one. I hated that. I think that's 4.
I'd like to watch him, but
I didn't like it. I was bored. I'm like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah. No, she is great. Reflecting on her character, Hamilton once remarked, "The T-800 is a better human than I am, and I'm a better Terminator than he is."
Ooh, that's cool.
Singer Billy Idol was originally considered for the role of the T-1000, but a serious motorcycle accident forced him to withdraw. Can you imagine that different world? It's like the Eric Stoltz Back to the Future world. The part ultimately went to Robert Patrick, who was 31 years old and reportedly living in his car at the time.
Ooh.
Patrick portrayed the character as a cold, relentless predator, taking cues from Schwarzenegger's original Terminator, and this makes sense to me, and from the behaviors of animals like reptiles, insects, cats, and sharks. His facial expressions were modeled after eagles with a slightly lowered head to convey constant forward momentum.
Nice.
His little finger wag.
Yeah.
And here's my only nitpick with the movie, and it's fine, but like whenever he near the end when he makes his finger into like a stabbing weapon and pins Sarah in the industrial factory and is like, "Call to John," I was like, you make her voice. Why don't you do it? Why don't you just kill her and do it? Maybe there's a strategic reason to not do that. I don't recall. I think instead of special effects, they actually used her, because Linda Hamilton has a twin sister. They used her sister as a stand-in whenever he turns into her. Eddie Furlong was cast as the young John Connor after a wide talent search that included hundreds of candidates.
Director James Cameron deliberately avoided actors he felt were too familiar or came from an overly upbeat, polished background. Furlong, who had no prior acting experience, was discovered by casting director Molly Flynn at a Boys and Girls Club in Pasadena.
He does a good
say what
job.
you will about his character, he was awesome.
Yeah, he does a good job.
He was
My
great.
wife had a huge crush on him.
He kind of was like a teen heartthrob. After
She's
this
not my
movie.
mom, Todd.
Yeah.
Blending live-action footage with practical effects and groundbreaking CGI made the editing process especially challenging, leading to the removal of several scenes. One deleted sequence depicted an alternate 2029 future. This is the alternate ending. Where an older Sarah Connor reflects on Skynet's prevention, while her son John, now a U.S. Senator, watches his daughter play in a Washington, D.C. playground. In the end, the finished film prints weren't delivered to theaters until the night before the premiere.
Holy
They
shit.
finished production official production 2 days before it premiered.
Wow.
They had to, I guess, they wanted to make the 4th of July weekend because you said it premiered the 3rd.
Oh.
And this episode came out in... Did it?
Am I wrong? Did you say? I thought you said it premiered July 3rd.
It did.
Wow.
That makes sense. I guess I'm trying to think. Like, and this episode came out
in October.
So
matter.
still the number one movie, I guess.
Wow.
I can't recall. I just Google searched what was the number one movie on this date. Visual effects. Industrial Light and Magic led pioneering CGI work, particularly for the T-1000's morphing effects.
It still holds up.
It was the first entirely computer-generated main character in a major film. The T-1000 was a huge gamble unto itself. CGI was still new, and there was no fallback if it failed to blend in with the film's practical effects.
This was 2 years before Jurassic Park.
Yeah. The visuals combined costly computer animation with practical techniques and camera tricks. A 35-person team at Industrial Light and Magic worked on just 5 minutes of T-1000 footage, with some 15-second clips taking up to 10 days to render.
I remember trying to render in the video toaster.
Oh, I remember when we were going to make a whole computer.
We were going to make our
music
final
video.
project was going to be all CG, and we didn't.
I don't think we
it was
did anything.
impossible.
I don't
No, we
think
never
did a
did
final
anything
project.
about
I'm
it.
surprised. I think I got a B in the class. I can't believe that. As far as the music soundtrack, TriStar asked Schwarzenegger to help secure a theme song and music video for Terminator 2. He chose Guns N' Roses
Hell
due to their
yeah.
popularity and the coincidental presence of a rose and a bloody gun in the film. The band contributed You Could Be Mine, featured in a music video where the T-800 chases the group, directed by Stan Winston and others. I do remember there's that scene in the end where Guns N' Roses just finished playing a concert and they're walking the hallways of the stadium they're playing in, and Arnold Schwarzenegger just kind of slowly walks up to them and looks at him, and I think he walks away. Anyway, it's a badass song.
It's a great song.
Let your bitch
The
slap
soundtrack-
rapping in your cocaine tongue.
You get nothing done.
You should be mine.
Is Axl Rose and Chris Latta the same person?
I think so.
Axl Rose should be the voice of Starscream.
This is so stupid, but I just remember a stand-up in the 90s doing a bit about Axl Rose working at like a McDonald's or no,
No, there's a cartoon that
Get him,
did that.
Buckethead.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
There is that. No, this is different. Actually, he's in line at a supermarket, and somebody takes his melon out of the cart, and he's like, "Hey, that's mine." It's
think
the
that the
worst
comedian did
bit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was your bit.
No. There was a comedian, and I'm like, I thought it was hilarious at the time.
Here we go, Ryan. Released July 3rd, 1991, amidst blockbuster summer competition, T2 stood out with its budget and advanced effects. It was up against Problem Child 2, The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, City Slickers, and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which was the
very
anticipated
big
number
one.
one movie of the year. T2 became the highest-grossing film of 1991 and the third highest film ever at the time, earning approximately $520 million worldwide. Its domestic performance was record-setting, dominating the box office. For context, Robin Hood ended up being the number 2 film, grossing $390 million. So it
Yeah,
beat
fuck
Robin
you,
Hood
Kevin
by,
Costner.
by $100 million and some change. Critics and audiences lauded the film for its action, emotional resonance, and groundbreaking effects. Many media praised its narrative expansion and visual innovation, often ranking it above its predecessor.
Yep.
Overall acclaim was near universal, with the consensus that the film's narrative strength light in the emotional first half of the film and weakened a bit towards the middle and end with a relatively conventional climax.
I liked the part kind of in the middle when they go to the desert, with Uncle Bob, and like where Linda Hamilton does that voiceover where she's like, "This is the best father that he's ever had. Like he's never gonna hurt him. He's never gonna get drunk and yell at him."
Right.
And I liked that a lot.
Yeah. T2 received 6 Academy Award nominations, winning 4, including sound editing, visual effects, sound mixing, and makeup. It also got BAFTA and Saturn Awards for its technical prowess. The film's legacy was later solidified with inclusion in the U.S. National Film Registry in 2023, and, Ryan, it became the first sequel to win an Academy Award despite its predecessor never receiving a nomination. Cameron believed Terminator 2 concluded the story and initially opposed further sequels. Despite this, 4 subsequent films and multiple TV adaptations have emerged, though none have matched T2's critical, commercial, or cultural heights. Schwarzenegger, after this, became the top international star in the world, ahead of Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise. Edward Furlong and Robert Patrick continued their careers and also became successful in their own rights. Linda Hamilton, who was already doing pretty well in movies and television, became coupled with James Cameron, eventually marrying in 1997, but later divorcing. Work continued steady for Linda on film and television. She's made several contributions to the ongoing Terminator franchise and recently is appearing on the latest season of Stranger Things.
Oh, God, I can't believe that's still going on.
Key themes of the movie include destiny versus free will, the Connors' fight to prevent Judgment Day, alongside the evolving nature of humanity and machine ethics. The film also explores found family dynamics through the growing bond between John, Sarah, and the T-800. It reflects societal fears of advancing technology and nuclear annihilation, situating personal stakes within global catastrophe. It is recognized as one of the best sequels ever and a landmark in visual effects history. T2 reshaped blockbuster filmmaking, introducing CGI's mainstream use and inspiring future filmmakers and franchises. And of course, there's the iconic lines, characters, and aesthetic that continue to influence pop culture. From Hasta la Vista. La Vista?
Hasta la Vista.
Hasta la Vista. Love it.
That's a good Beast Wars
Yep,
tagline.
exactly.
I'm writing that shit down.
But also, a lot of the action scenes in the film have all basically become tropes, like the action cinematic language they developed.
Not only that, but it gave us the very popular meme of the Terminator whenever they call the foster parents, and he's like, "What's wrong with Wolfie?" And she's like, "Wolfie's fine." He's like, "Your foster parents are dead." It's now everything of like, "How is my Transformer collection?"
Your Transformer collection is dead. So that is Terminator 2 and the end of the real world.
Thank you for doing that.
Excellent.
That was fun.
Thank you so much.
I do have
Deviations.
all I've got, Ryan, and maybe we've got the same thing. We've talked about Bob Forward based on his contribution to Beast Wars, and on this, he partnered with his sister, Eve. It seems there's not a lot out there on her. I tried to dig some stuff up, but she has a few fantasy fiction novels published. She's worked on games like D&D games and stuff like that. And in addition to these 2 episodes of Joe, she also wrote for Biker Mice from Mars, Hammerman, and 1989's Legend of Zelda. And that's all I got on
Excuse me,
her.
princess. Well, I just had, as you might imagine, not only is any information about this episode and series as thin as Callista Flockhart on a desert island, but
Damn, dude.
thank you. But let alone anything behind the scenes. So if you thought Joepedia was fallow when it came to the wildly popular RAH series, the info on the Dick series is far below that. Like, it's as far below that as the stuff on Joepedia is below TF Wiki in general.
Wow. So, like, what is there? What's even there?
I'll tell you. It is a summary on the page is one of the Joes learns that drugs are bad, leading the G.I. Joe and Cobra to teaming up to fight a drug dealer. The plot section is blank. It does have the featured characters and says they're in an order of appearance despite being in alphabetical order. Featured vehicles and equipment section is blank, but there is something in the notes section under animation and technical errors, which I think they just put on every DEAC episode because it's also under animation and technical errors on the next one. Here's what it says. As with the other episodes of this season, the animation quality is extremely poor. Issues include faces, models, and backgrounds are missing detail and have incorrect coloring. Mouths moving without dialogue or dialogue without the mouth moving. Animation of a character running or jumping is very unrealistic. I was trying to read it like a prescription commercial.
That's really funny. And that's just like a boilerplate.
Well,
thing
that's what they
in.
have on the next episode as well.
All right.
The next episode also includes all that where everything's blank.
Yeah, Joepedia is definitely not as robust a resource as TF Wiki is.
No, it
The
looks like
passion's
someone
not quite there.
was
for it.
beta testing, like building the page on Confluence, and then just like quit a few minutes in to go sniff glue.
And then it's even worse when it comes to anything about this series, this portion of the series.
So this is the only writing that Bob and E. Forward did for the DEAC series, and this is where I'm confused. Like, I know who Gary Chalk does. Gary Chalk does Shockwave, but also Ian James Corlett, who I believe does Falcon. I can kind of hear Cheetor in that, and David Kay is also listed. But they say David Kay played General
Scott
Hawk.
McNeil does Falcon.
Does he?
That's what we just saw on the Wikipedia.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. But they say like David Kay plays General Hawk, but I don't remember General Hawk in this episode.
No.
So obviously the Beast Wars tie-in, Gary Chalk is Optimus Primal, Ian James Corlett voiced Cheetor, and the Axelon computer and Sentinel, and then David Kay was Megatron. So it's just like I just hate this, like trying to figure out who does anything on this, or it's very frustrating. And that's basically all I had for the script deviations.
Right. Gentlemen, would you like to rate the scheme?
What is the scheme?
Selling drugs, maybe.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the neighborhood, in the community. Sorry, I feel like okay.
The scheme is to stop the drug dealer.
I think the scheme is Cobra and Joe teaming up, JOEBRA, as I've coined it, which will probably be the name of this episode.
Not Kojo.
It's awful. That sounds like a disgusting sex move.
I guess it has as of yet to be determined, but up to this point, the Joe and the Cobra's scheme is they're pinned down, so that's not working out very well for them.
They just didn't. They weren't ready for the amount of defenses that the headman had set up
in his disgusting high rise.
Yeah.
I just like Cobra Command. I like them adding the component that talking Cobra Commander into doing this is because like they appealed to his avarice.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get all that fucking drug money, baby.
That's right, get that money.
Iconic JOEMENT.
I just thought it was interesting that Cobra doesn't already deal in drugs. Like even the Taliban dealt in drugs.
Yeah,
like the like it's a money.
They definitely
it's a
would
money
if they were
source. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's
God.
not quite like I don't know, Goodfellas, like the good old days of the mafia. We don't deal in drugs.
We don't deal in junk.
We just shake down neighborhoods and steal shit.
Protection money.
And sell booze. Yeah.
I appreciated that as far as kids' cartoon, very special episodes go, it was handled pretty well. They could have easily gone down the drugs are bad and bad people do them route.
Right.
And like you've said a couple times, Caleb, this is more of like it could happen to anybody.
Yeah, it's a nice position on the message.
Yeah, it would
Really
be.
Alf gets a Coke edition. It was Willie that got the.
That's exactly that's what I was about to
Alf
say.
drove him to it, dude.
Alf.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Where's my crack pipe?
Alf.
Poor guy.
Okay.
What is the drug on Melmac? It's like catnip.
I think it's milk. No, wait, that's Alienation, where they get drunk on milk. I just thought kind of like, I mean, it's too much to ask for it to be like add a component of living in poverty and is a huge stressor that leads to drug and crime. But so, and then of course, like if any of you have a problem, like you know, reaching out is always good, but good luck since Ronald Reagan dismantled all of the mental and drug health assistance in this country, and it's just kind of continued to get worse from there.
Wow. And the recent bill that was signed isn't going to help anybody out anymore either.
I bummed myself out just now.
Yeah. Well, then let's move on.
Actually, my iconic moment is little gold sacks of drugs.
I loved it. I loved the little red sparkles whenever it opened up.
For some reason, I kept going back to the cold open. I've never seen a cold open like
Yeah,
that
I did not expect the cold open either.
Yo, Joe!
And it pans. Oh, here we go.
Next time. Should I do a Joe voice? What's a Joe voice? Next time on the Autopod Deception Cast, yo, Joe!
Good job. We continue with the Deek Joe series with the greatest evil in part 2. Mm-hmm. To more of this.
Well, you guys seem to like it. I mean, I came in.
I like the message.
The more we've talked about it, the more I feel like I am appreciating its subtle twists on trope of the 1980s drug epidemic. Or the 1980s, like just drug messaging that was happening around the time. But the animation is bad.
You were texting when you were
mediocre.
watching it, yeah, like this is bad.
And yeah, I don't know. It's. I mean, I still feel like overall it's not good, but I think I can appreciate what I feel is good about it.
I was surprised at how much I liked it.
Hey, thanks, Betty Guns. I was telling Caleb that I asked him if he wanted to hop on this episode. He was like, no. Like, I don't want to be there when Ryan gets angry about this. Turns out the tables are they're not really turned. They're just
how the turntables.
Yeah, they're just not the expected result. Hey, thank you to Betty Guns.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. And there's
Betty Guns, you gave us some winners.
Thank you for supporting us. And hey, there's other ways to show your support on this podcast of ours. The simplest way is to give us a review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, sub on YouTube, right?
Yeah. One real quick, sorry to interrupt you. I was just going to say, if you haven't come across or checked it out yet, our buddy Captain Alexis was interviewed about his Transformers collection by Sixo on tfsource.com. It's a great read. Lots of cool pictures of his collection. It was very sweet. He even gave our podcast a little shout out on it.
We're on our way, guys. We're on
what
our
a
way.
guy! I need to watch it.
It's not a watch thing. It's a print article on their website. On TF Source.
Also, have you guys talked about TFCon at all?
We mention it every time.
We'll be at TFCon Chicago.
We will be
in October.
We'll have a merch booth.
Yes,
that's right.
I'm gonna need that Adderall.
Come and buy some merch.
Yeah, buy some merch. We're gonna have a booth.
If you're listening, you probably already bought it, or we already gave it to you.
Tell your friends.
Part of your...
Good. Well, like our Captain Alexis listener, he is a patron. And if you join our Patreon, you get all kinds of cool stuff.
Several levels of support.
Several levels of support. For a $5 contribution, you get what is called our booty box, which has got our merch, aforementioned merch that we will have at TFCon Chicago. You, as a patron, can get that shit for free or in no additional charge to your contribution. That is at patreon.com /APODcast.
At the $5 level, of course.
$5 level. And then we have merch, more of that merch on our website.
At our store.
Yeah, go to autopoddecepticast.com /store. You can see that merch there.
I need to put up our new merch.
Our new merch, yeah.
We had Beatty Guns not only contribute to the Dough for Joe, get some Joe with some dough. You can also buy us a drink for $5.
Yeah, if you'd like to buy us a drink and have a cocktail featured on an episode, you can just send us $5 hairs to @apodcast on PayPal. Tell me what you would like me to put on the show. Could even be a mocktail if you would like. And I will make that cocktail on a future episode because I cannot make it on a past one.
Thirsty, money, buy us a drink. Buy us a drink.
And there it is.
Thanks, Ryan. Okay, so also social engagement. You can reach out to us. Check us out on Twitter. Did I say Twitter?
Check us on Twitter. I hope you can find it.
It's called X, the everything app.
That's
Caleb.
Right. X, Facebook.
On Grokkus.
Ugh.
Facebook, Threads, Instagram, all of them at APODcast. And if you become a patron at any level, you have access to our notorious APDC Discord.
That's right.
Let's check in with a recent topic. What's that even mean?
I never followed up on that. I thought it might be, I used to call out recent discourse, but I never really
We talked about some of it.
Discord's a cool spot. Lots of people chat on there. It's very active. We love it.
Yep.
Let's see. Supplemental materials, videos, links to references, and other variety of fun can be found on this episode's page at autopoddecepticast.com.
I think that's it.
Thanks, Beatty
I
Guns.
made it.
We're done.
Aaron, welcome back.
Yep. Bye.
Back, baby.
Back in the saddle again.
I hope we were recording.
Yep.
Cells is the sponsor of Autopod Decepticast. Yes.